Louder!
And it's time for the Gore N More podcast.
Gonna have a good time. Gonna have a good time. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A ball break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll be the sweet soul there. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright.
What's up, Gorehams? Welcome to the Gore N More podcast. I'm your not-so-mean Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing the shit show in as always. However, I do not bring the shit show in alone. I am not trying to pay attention to whatever the fuck's going on down there. Oh, man, we're going to have a fun one today.
Yeah, we are, buddy.
Today is... Shit, man. It's October, babies. It's October 3rd.
Spooky season
Best
is
time
here.
of the year is here. We're not talking Christmas. We're talking October.
Fucking right. But
This is our fucking Christmas.
Before we get into anything, I need to introduce these motherfuckers. So, right next to me, Bob, stop hitting your tummy.
Oh,
Right next to me.
I was actually hitting my knee. All right.
You sound like a fucking kindergarten teacher.
That's fine. I feel like I would be an amazing kindergarten teacher, by the way.
You would be a great,
Yes.
great
I'd pretty much be exactly like Harlan Williams, dude, in the beginning of fucking Half-Baked. It's like, now, most people wouldn't want their kids around a weed head. I know, but he does great things for their esteem. Oh, man. So starting off next to me here. I'm not even going to fucking think about it because I'm all flipped around. We got the Chad Daddy himself, that Dark Lord of Knowledge, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
Returning, we didn't have him last week. We have the Duke of the Dead, Lord Scuba Cabra, the host with the ghost, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
Hola, mi amigos, ¿cómo estás?
Ooh.
Welcome back, buddy. And the killing machine, that meat mountain, Mr. Bobby Amone.
Good evening.
Wow. All right, we're starting off that way. Good.
Sorry, it was
I can
dinner.
almost smell that one.
Dinner was coming up.
That was kielbasa-like right there. All right, so today is, like I said, October 3rd, and I'm very just happy to say that again because fucking we love this month. This is the best month of the year. Shit, what everybody says. I'm slut for fall, and so are we. All right, we're here to talk about we're getting into spooky season, so we tried starting it right. We'll see how we get. But before that, we do as we always do. We're going to talk about what the fuck we did the past weekend. So, Mr. Vasquez, if you could please.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your Slice of Life.
Excellent. Thank you, buddy.
Music
right.
to my ears.
So, just to let you guys know, we realized we went a little too ham last week, so we're going to correct that. And we brought in a timer. So we're going to keep this shit 2 minutes per person so we can get to the fucking review because really and truly, that's what we're all here for. So I'm going to start it off with Mr. Amone. So Bob, how you been, buddy?
Me, not too shabby. Had a decent week last week. Was, work. That was pretty much it during the week anyway. And then the weekend was great. What did we do? Now I got to remember what the fuck I did.
Now you're under the pressure. The clock's time. The clock's time. I love this. This is great.
No, okay. So Friday night, me and my girlfriend, we went and saw the movie Smile. Yo,
Nice.
Okay. Real quick.
Wait, what's the movie Smile? No, I shouldn't have asked. Yep, you're right.
You gotta just go look it up, go see it. Now, as a person who obviously loves horror, shocking, I have never once, I don't count when I was a kid because I was a kid. As an adult, I've never went to a movie theater and was scared. This movie had me putting fingers in my ears. Like I was like genuinely like, oh shit, this is actually fucking scary.
Right on.
So I highly recommend that to everybody. Saturday, we had a birthday party for one of our friends we went to. So that's pretty much what we did all day and night. And then I also ordered, I have to say this, the Hasbro Pulse selfie figure. I did a Ghostbuster version for me. I had to do it. That was a must.
Man, those are pricey though.
Pricey, but I'm telling it's okay.
What?
I was
They're $80.
Oh,
no. I paid
they
it
were
was
60.
Mine was with tax and everything like 72 and change.
Yeah, the Ghostbusters ones were $60.
Yeah.
Really? I thought
Yeah.
but we'll talk about that later.
But so I did that, and then Sunday, me and my girlfriend went with our one friend. We went and had lunch. We went to Michael's to help her decorate her house, and that was it. And Sunday night was a chill night. Nothing really much else. And I watched this movie early this morning. I had today off of work because of rain all day, and it looks like I might have tomorrow off too. But we'll see how that plays out. But that's about it for me. I'm gonna shoot down to Chad Daddy. How about you?
Well, let's reset that.
I wasn't gonna let it run, but I just wanted to hear the beat. So here we go.
Right.
All right, Chad
Okay.
Daddy, 3,
So,
2, 1,
yeah.
go.
Not much here. The kids had Friday off, so the in-laws took them Thursday night, and then Friday, me and the wife went. We started doing a little bit of Christmas shopping, and we almost went to see the movie Smile, like Bobby saw it, but we decided we've been gone all day. We need to get home so the dog could go out to pee. It was a 2-hour movie. Would have been gone like 10 and a half hours by the time we get back. So we decided not to go see that. Might still go see it. I'm not entirely sure if we're going to have time or not. And since this is spooky season, we started decorating for Halloween. There's all sorts of spooky stuff in all the windows downstairs. We got cobwebs, spiders, lights, ghosts. It's looking pretty sweet,
Nice.
as best as we can do. And the wife, I'm really happy that we got to do this because she loves decorating for any holiday. And this is, of course, my favorite holiday. So we got to do that. Let's see, what else did we do? Spent some time at the in-laws. My son had a soccer game yesterday. They won 2-1. Well, and I felt really bad. I
Nice.
was really bad. The opposing team only had 4 players show up. The coach didn't even show up. So what happened was this one girl that's an assistant coach for the team that played the game before volunteered to stay behind to coach this team, and her son played on their team. So, they were only disadvantaged by a couple players. But I'll tell you what, man, those kids played their heart out. With them being down so many players, they still kept this down to 2 goals. It was really, really awesome. But so yeah, what else did we do? We watched a chick flick on Friday because it's something the wife wanted to see for a while. So we watched. It's called Ever After Happy, I think, or After Ever. I don't know.
Happily Ever After?
No. It's something After Ever. It has a weird title, but she read the books, so I sat down and watched that with her. Yeah, it was what it was.
You're like, not my bag.
Listen, the fact that you can't remember the title says it.
It's After Ever Happy because I remember it started with an A. So my
Ever
time is up.
All righty, we're gonna put up
Scuba
Scuba
Steve.
Steve's.
Well, gentlemen, it is good to be back. I have not been here. I was gone last Monday. I spent some time with my grandma, took her to go eat. Just wanted, I was on grandma duty, so spent some time with her. I didn't really do much this past weekend. The girlfriend got a new job, so she's been really busy, working her night job on the weekends and then her day job as well. So I just worked. Yesterday was an okay day. We had a scare. She had a scare, so we had to go to the emergency room in the morning, but everything's fine. She got everything looked at, and everything is 100% okay. So, but other than that, yesterday my day was spent doing the one thing I've always wanted to do, and I never got to do. I finally have a house to decorate outside for Halloween. I
Isn't it great?
put up a cemetery in my front yard, had the kids out there with me. Their significant others were out there helping too. My daughter's boyfriend jumped up on the roof and started hanging spider webs down from the roof. And we just had a good time doing that. And that's pretty much all we did. And then I tried to watch this movie 4 times. 4 times. And like Ben said, I didn't even invite him. So rude. He literally lives 2 streets down from me now. And I didn't even invite him over. But we got everything set up. But I tried to watch the movie 4 times. And I fell asleep 3 times watching this movie. 3. So that's where I'm at. And work today.
Save a few bits for review.
So work today. And now I'm back here with my brothers in horror and ready to go. So Big Johnny D, we're going to throw it to you, baby.
Oh, shit. All right. I'm going to be in the hot spot. All right. So let's see. Oh, let me throw myself up here. Whoop. All right. So
Excuse me.
what the fuck did I do this weekend? Absolutely nothing because my daughter's been sick. So we kind of like hung it low. So pretty much, yeah, right. That never, not in my life. But no. So Saturday was just chores and a lot of gaming. And then Sunday was also that with, it was it was a good feeling because what I did, and like I already told you boys, but obviously I got to say for the podcast, I hung up a bunch of art that I got frames for that has been literally sitting around for, well, shit. Some of it's been for the last couple weeks or just a week or so, and then some of them just been from last year. And then there was other ones I framed that were done like 15 fucking years ago that I never had frames for. So
Okay.
yeah, dude. No, I don't know. It was like caricature artist of me and my wife, and then me and my buddies, dude, that was at a bar like 15 years ago. I've always had them in like the plastic bag that it came with, you know what I mean? But that's how I always hung them because I was like, I didn't give a shit. My walls were just covered with, I wasn't an adult though, but now I have to have frames because it's got to look nice. But yeah, so hung a bunch of shit, bunch of horror stuff. It's all awesome. My bathroom is completely decked out, so there's a lot of stuff to look at there while you're thinking. And then other than that, did a lot of gaming, which was fantastic. Bought Dragon Ball Fighters again on the Switch because I'm a fucking moron. Because I was like, you know what? I want to fight my buddy on the Switch, and it's only $10, even though I already have it. I paid for all the DLC on another system. Why not get it again? So did it with Mortal Kombat, and I'm fucking terrible with fighters, dude, because I'm just like, I want it mobile. Like, Xbox needs to make shit mobile. But other than that, and then I fucking tried staying awake through this movie, to which we are going to talk about Meow. So, yeah, thank you, Scoops. Yeah, let me switch this back around. Alrighty. So we are talking 1963's The Haunting. Bobby, this was your pick, so give us that rundown.
It was my pick. I don't remember picking it.
Yes, it was, buddy.
You didn't want to remember it. That's fine. Give us that rundown, homie.
Sure thing. Located in a remote part of New England and isolated from any nearby community, Hill House is a 90-year-old 19th century mansion with a long history of death and murder. When Dr. John Markway gets a chance to stay there for a few weeks, he sees an opportunity to study what is reportedly a genuinely haunted house. With several others including Luke Sanderson, Eleanor Nell Lance, and a woman named Theodora, they prepare to launch their experiments. I thought the same thing when that name came up. Theo is there because of her ESP skills, while Nell had a previous experience with a poltergeist, and Luke represents the family that still owns the Hill House. Soon after their arrival, the temporary occupants begin to face terrifying ordeals. I totally butchered that one there.
We're laughing at what Brody said.
Oh, I didn't see that, but I definitely whatever. Nell, who has lived a sheltered and repressed life, has spent all of her time caring for her recently deceased mother, is clearly the focus of the emanations and the haunting. She is both terrified and comforted in Hill House, and part of her wants to stay. The spirits seem to want to keep her as well. Directed by Robert Weiss, The Day the Earth Stood Still, Star Trek, the motion picture. Written by Nelson Gidding, The Andromeda Strain, and the Hindenburg, produced by Robert Weiss, The Sound of Music, The Andromeda Strain, starring, who's doing this?
Scoops.
I'll take it. Starring Julie Harris, Gorillas in the Mist, The Dark Half as Eleanor Nell Lance, Claire Bloom, Clash of the Titans, The King's Speech as Theodora, Richard Johnson, Dick, Island of the Fisherman, Zombie as Dr. John Markway, Russ Tamblyn, Dracula vs. Frankenstein, War of the Gargantuas, which is one of my favorite kaiju movies, as Luke Sanderson, Faye Compton, Othello, Laughter in Paradise as Mrs. Sanderson, Rosalie Crutchleaf, Blood from the Mummy's Tomb, The Keep as Mrs. Dudley, Lois Maxwell, Dr. No, Octopussy as Grace Markway, Valentine Diall, City of the Dead, Lust for a Vampire as Mr. Dudley. Chad Daddy, give it to us, baby.
We got music by Humphrey Surley, The Abominable Snowman, and Doctor Who. Cinematography by Davis Bolton. Children of the Damned, The Frozen Dead. Edited by Ernest Walter. Children of the Damned, Eye of the Devil. Effects and makeup by Tom Howard. Village of the Damned, The Legend of Hell House, which is a much, much, much better movie than this. Distributed by MGM. Runtime of 114 very long minutes. They have the rating as G, but it's technically not rated because this was prior to the MPAA rating system that didn't go effect until 1968. So this was 5 years before they even started rating movies. They had like a guide that they had to follow, but they weren't actually rated. So this the budget was 1.05 mil and it only grossed 1.02 mil.
All right.
So,
Well, all right. So we're going to discuss this. My wife had to wake me up 3 times, yell at me 3 times because I was almost asleep. Like I
had to wake my wife up twice, and I fell asleep about 3 times to the point she said I was snoring. That's how deep.
Oh, I never got that. I didn't get that deep.
Like I said, I watched it 4 times. I fell asleep 3. I had to finish it today because I did not stay awake.
Here's the sad thing. This is Martin Scorsese's favorite horror film. This is a highly regarded horror film, but my God, was it boring.
Well,
so
Scorsese saw this when he was a child in '63, so
yeah,
we're a little tainted. I feel
we are very tainted. We are
tainted. Yes,
I thought for sure. So I saw the remake when it was in theaters, and I absolutely hated it. And I thought the original's got to be better, right? Wrong.
Okay.
Nope.
Hot take, and I will die on this hill. I like the remake better than the original.
I like the characterization.
It's more watchable.
It is. Besides, I did like the fact that they actually flat out said that Theo in the remake was bisexual, or it was only just hinted at in the original.
No.
I mean, it was hinted pretty strongly, dude.
There was
more than hints on that. Yeah.
But they weren't allowed to flat out confirm it because of
the time,
the studio. But like they said, I distinctly remember Catherine Zeta-Jones in this remake saying she was bisexual.
Well, I mean, I would still say the character was in this one.
Oh yeah, sure. Like I said, no doubt.
Yeah,
it's just funny how much of a difference that a few decades makes.
Now, I will say, I thought the cinematography of the house was good. I like.
Oh, the cinematography was gorgeous.
I almost wish I could see it in color, but obviously, black and white has its own certain charm and aesthetic.
You can't. They will never allow it to be colorized. It's actually in the contract of the movie.
So there's 5 minutes of it that's colorized on YouTube that you can actually watch, which led me to a really deep search to see if there was actually a full colorized version, which there obviously
there's a bit in my notes about Ted Turner wanting to colorize it and Robert Wise saying, nope, studio contract won't allow you to do that.
Other than that, man, besides probably the door having its cool belly built bulge thing.
Yeah.
That was possibly the most exciting thing that happened in the movie.
And the acting was just I know
the main character was
dated.
a cunt, dude. The main character was a full up cunt. Fuck her.
I know, it's dated and we're numb to the awesomeness that this movie could have been had we been alive during the, when it first released. We probably would have been like, oh my God, it was so amazing. But I don't know, man, that I didn't like the acting at all. It was hard to watch.
Especially the main character, because about every 10 fucking minutes, she was just talking to herself saying, I want to stay. The house wants me to stay. I need to stay. It's constantly saying this. And by the end of the movie, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
So here's my question especially with the cinematography in this movie, dude. A lot of we have a lot of door snarling going on. I guess that's the best way to put that. And a lot of zoom ins on specific areas of the door. Do you think Raimi got a little bit of his style presence from this movie?
Oh, yes.
It's possible. I mean, you could definitely see the influence.
Think about, especially, is it more evil? It's Evil Dead 2.
Yes.
When the father's trying to break in, and you know what I mean? It's just going all over the cat. That specific kind of how he does that shit. There was a lot in this that reminded me of a weaker version of that, but that nonetheless.
Another shot that could also have been an influence was that nice long tracking shot going up the spiral staircase.
Fuck that staircase, man.
No.
I don't know why anybody would have went on it after the fact. But nope.
If they said you got to go up there, I'd be like, no, the fuck I don't.
I know it would have been a waste of 5 minutes, but I wanted to see how the both of them were going to get the fuck down.
Yeah, I can't. That staircase.
As
just
far out as those bolts were pulled from the wall, there's
Bro,
no
they were
way
literally out.
there was no way they could
Yeah.
have made it down that staircase.
Nope.
That
No.
thing would have been. I mean, the only saving grace is if like somehow the stairs all like fell off and the pole remained, and then they could have just fucking like
Slid down
Ghostbusters
Ghostbusters
down.
style.
Yeah. Like that's cool. Like, all right.
as a person who climbs ladders as part of his job, if there's someone smaller who could go up there because it's safer, 9 times I'd be like, hey, you're going up, not me, because it's
Well,
safe
Bob,
for you
to
to
be
get
fair,
up
why
there.
don't you just throw them up, motherfucker? Like,
I mean,
make it
I
easy,
would,
like-
but listen, I can't.
fun, motherfucker.
I can't do that in front of the customer. You know,
Well,
they get.
there
they
is
get
one day that's
suspicious.
National Toss a Short Person Day, so I feel like if you got somebody under,
It just passed.
Yo, no.
I think it
Damn
just
it.
passed.
I think you're right, actually.
Well, actually, no.
Uh,
Every Monster Mania, it's National Toss a Small Person Day because some small people just are
Well,
small all the time.
They also have like leprechaun tossing around St. Patty's Day.
Brody, yes, Brody.
Oh,
did
I'm
get your
lying.
review, and I cannot wait to watch it. Honestly,
So, all right. So
October 23rd.
October
Oh.
23rd. Yeah, toss a
You
shot.
smallest person
motherfuckers, stay
can.
away from me on the 23rd.
What's
Don't
the
you?
height? What's the height variance for the short person? Is there
Let's
like
see,
a
let's see.
requirement? I needed. This is a weird sidebar.
It said, okay, so this is what Urban Dictionary says. This sidebar is more fucking interesting.
More yeah, it is.
Fair.
You can
Scoobs, you're stroking
anybody
out,
under
homie.
yeah,
five.
you're
Am I?
Oh, there you go. No, you're good. You're good now.
You're good now.
All right. It says on October 21st, anybody under 5'6" with no permission needed is able to be yeeted.
That's
So
hot.
for
It is
everybody who's
5'6",
out
dude,
there,
I
here's-
called it. Yeah,
anybody out there who's below 5'6", you're fucked.
that's awesome, dude.
So, all
Dude,
right.
I'm 5'6", so I'm iffy there. You
Thank
fuckers
God
stay
you don't-
away.
Thank God you don't live near me, Chad.
Heads on the question.
So, all right, real quick, as the minority who did not.
Yeah, Bob, come on, give us it. We need. I want the positive.
All right,
Give
so
me the
I mean,
positive.
listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you the movie was shit because I don't think it was shit. It's a 60s horror movie. I had a feeling I knew what I was getting into before I watched the movie because I never saw it before this.
Oh, really? Neither have I.
No,
All right,
I
so
haven't
first
saw
time.
it. So for me, I'm like, everybody always says this was better than the remake. I mean, I like the remake. I take that for what it is, but there's a lot that can be redone to the remake to make it better.
Yeah.
I can't argue. But
You know
for
what?
this,
The main character was insufferable in the remake as well. So
Yeah,
apparently
she-
she just is.
but like for me, the acting of her in this, I'm like, I mean, was a secluded one. Okay, so for me, I liked it, but that's also because it was what they were trying to portray. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's the greatest thing.
I just
like some people say, Suspiria is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Like, no, it's not.
Well, you know what? You're right. You're right.
So and then I go. So for this, for me, it was like I liked it because it's this is a straight up haunted house movie. It's not over exaggerated. It's not ghosts coming through the wall. It's basically like a ghost hunt kind of.
I wanted more ghost stuff though.
Right.
We got a lot of weird sounds behind doors that personally sounded more like drums than actual walking, but that's questionable. We're talking 60s sound design, so obviously you got to give it a little.
Again, that's the other issue is, and we're dating a movie that's 63. Every single one of us here, how many times have we been desensitized in our very short lives we're already a part of already? So
Right,
it's
right.
kind of hard to look at a 60s movie regardless of what it is.
But
And be like, this was great.
now,
Well,
understandably, this is going to genre hop, so maybe it's not fair. But I would contest with an older movie that personally I enjoy, and it's a little, it's close to Chad Daddy, would be The Blob.
Love it.
Yeah.
Like I love OG Blob, dude, and that's what 57,
58.
58. Thank you. It's close. Ooh, what was that? But no, that's a movie it's still like
Right.
it's not like crazy like 88 Blob, which is fantastic.
Yeah,
by all
it's-
means. But the
but
idea is still there where you're like, this is terrifying too.
Right. Yeah.
Also, look, still staying in the horror genre, but basically anything that Hammer was putting out at this time
Yes. Can we?
He's
All right.
far superior to this.
So now those are the ones where, if I'm not mistaken, but he had the ones where it was all gimmicky in the theaters, right?
No. Hammer was the studio that did. They started with the rebirth of like Dracula and Frankenstein. You're thinking of William Castle that did which is
Yes.
he did our next film. No. Did he do House on Hill? No.
No, that was I forget who that was, but it wasn't House on
Yeah,
Haunted Hill.
he did House on Hill. I was thinking the 13
And,
sorry.
Another comparison, House on Haunted Hill is a great scary movie.
We're going to talk about
And
that
that's
next week.
I know, but I'm just saying, and not just because it's Vincent Price. Like, I think it was around the same time this came out, or even earlier. And
It was earlier.
and again, so I totally understand why this is like.
All I know is I can't
really?
wait to talk about Jeffrey Rush next week. But that's going to be next week.
But we're doing the original, aren't we?
Yes, but I'm still going to bring it up anyways.
Let's do both. We'll do a compare and
I
contrast.
like Jeffrey Rush, dude. Like, I know a lot of people.
Dude, I loved the remake. I
dude,
thought it was
fine.
fantastic.
But we're not talking about that. We're talking about The Haunting. So, all right. We give credit definitely to the shots. The shots were good. Some of the characters were likable. I liked the nephew. I liked his alcoholism. I thought it was fun. And
I honestly
enjoyable.
thought he was going to be. I honestly thought with him being the only person that doesn't care about any of the paranormal, I
He was
thought
gonna
he
get
was
killed
gonna
off.
I thought that, or he was just going to be a total douchebag that you wanted to get killed off, and he actually wasn't. He was actually a pretty likable character.
Yeah, he was.
Right. He wasn't overly snobbish like you thought he would be. And I don't know. I just like that he was boozing it up because, like, that would have been me, dude. Like, I would have been like, if I was with Scoobs, like, I'd be like definitely interested in it, but I wouldn't be really like know what's going on. So I'm just gonna be getting kind of fucked up on the sidelines while watching shit.
Dude, I did love the scene where after the doctor's wife showed up.
Oh my god, please!
And she insisted on staying in the fucking nursery, and everybody else, the doctor and everybody else, to stay down into the fucking parlor. And the nephew was supposed to stay up there watching her, and he sneaks downstairs just to nab a bottle of booze.
No, I love when he comes down. He just starts drinking, and he's like, "What are you doing down here?" He's like, "Needed a drink."
Yep. So I'm almost gonna say, and not to like jump ahead, but that doctor's wife was such a great like add-in for the character roster. For one, because she literally says my favorite line in this whole movie, which possibly makes her my favorite character. But she literally was like, who the fuck made this gaudy ass house? And the wife and I were talking about it the whole time. We're like, this house is so fucking busy. What the fuck is going on here, dude? Like, I would be you could not eat shrooms in that house, dude. You'd be tripping.
Dude, fucking 90 years worth of shit in that house.
I don't know. I don't think you
was
could
the
do any
deal
type of drugs in there.
What was the deal with the statues that weren't even supposed to be there?
Wait, what do you mean? Like, all like
They go into that little garden area and there's the statues there, and the nephew said this isn't on the inventory or something. He's like, it's not even supposed to be there.
Oh, I missed
You didn't pick up on that.
I missed that too. That might have been one of the parts where I fell asleep and didn't rewind fast.
Yeah, it's gonna be possible that I do.
I do remember it, but that's another thing I can say about this movie. There was a lot of missed explained detail.
Yo, a
That
lot of
being
those,
one of them.
a lot of those had like that was like the most chest you saw in this whole movie were those statues, dude.
Yeah.
You mean the only chest you saw in this whole movie?
Right? Hey, man, what's your name was trying, but she was just getting shot down.
Yeah, I know.
So, all right, gentlemen, is there anything else we want to say, or do we want to see what the DKB has to say about this?
Let's see what the DKB has.
Yeah, this is going to be
let's
great.
roll
All
that
right.
beautiful footage.
Fucking A. Let me roll up the Brody.
Howdy folks, it's your DKB here back for another episode of Gore N More, and this week I'm here to talk to you about The Haunting. Now, I'd never seen this film before, I'd only heard about it, I knew the Scary Movie 2 did a parody of it, and I read something that Martin Scorsese said that this was the scariest film he's ever seen. Well, with all due respect, Marty, personally I think you got rocks in your fucking head to at least even establish that to this film, because 2 hours of bulk dialogue, it's pretty much a fucking Young and the Restless of the 60s. Just this drama-esque ball fest. I nearly fucking fell asleep and turned the fucking thing off that many times. It was only the cinematography that saved it for me. Potentially some of the acting, but I didn't care for the fucking characters because they just kept talking the whole time. I'm like, I am here for the psychological horror of supernatural. Give me that shit. We get about 10 minutes of intense action, and then by the time the film ends, it's like, what the fuck did I just sit through? It was just so fucking boring. I really wish I had turned it off and just really shit on this film. But look, that's the thing. I am not going to shit on this film for much longer. That was really the only problem I had with this fucking film, was just the dialogue and nothing happened. Fuck me. It's meant to be a horror film, and we just sat there and just listened to people sit in a morbid room and talk shit. Anywho, this is definitely one of them films that, like, the storytelling's that shit that the cinematography saves it and keeps the audience engaged. Well, for me personally, and holy fuck, did it. It really did, because otherwise, like I said, would have turned the fucking thing off. Color grading in this, absolutely exquisite. The black, white, and greys really pop on screen. It really knows how to bring to life the texture of the production design itself, the beautiful antique old school look that was able to capture the visual style of that gothic aesthetic that I fucking love, and it visually delivered. Yeah, it was absolutely fucking exquisite, and the lighting to, everything sort of come together visually and created a fucking fantastic looking film. It was absolutely exquisite. And I don't know if they actually shot this on fucking location, or they actually built a production crew actually built this. But if they did, kudos to them, and they can come build me a fucking house like this, because holy fuck, they were able to capture that texture extremely well. So not only that, the cinematography was absolutely outstanding in this. I'm really sorry, I think I've got a mustache hair going up my nose. It's fucking itchy. Anywho, cinematography, absolutely fucking fantastic. I mean, we get these wide shots of, like, long, dark hallways, even, like, wide shots of the room that the people are in when they're talking and shit. And even though I wasn't invested with the characters or the dialogue, I was just visually there to look around the room and go, oh, fuck, that's awesome, that's cool, That statue in the background really creates, like, an intense gothic fucking presence about it. Just shit like that. It was really cool to see and flush out. And like I said, they were able to capture this fucking building, what it was meant to look like visually. It's fucking fantastic. It's a beautiful looking film. It's just a shame that the story lets it down. And look, the acting, like I said, the acting was great, but it's just the characters themselves. I wasn't invested at all whatsoever. Now, the biggest thing, I've just got to mention this as well. I'm a huge fucking fan of Mike Flanagan's work. Director Mike Flanagan, he's brought us The House of Bly Manor, Dr. Sleep, etc. And then he brought to life The Haunting of Hill House, which is obviously a Netflix TV series that is based on this. And it was actually really cool to see, because I didn't even fucking know that until I was watching this, and they introduced the characters, and their names are the exact same names as the fucking people in that TV series. So it was fun to see it go back and forth, even with the spiral staircase. It plays a huge part in the TV show. We get the lead actress in The Haunting, I think it's Nell. And the Nell in the TV series dances around by herself in the building, like, with a ghost. And yeah, it was sort of back and forth like that. And it was really interesting to see that how Flanagan was able to, create his universe around that fucking story and bring to life something much better. The twists and turns of storytelling throughout that TV series, absolutely fucking fantastic. I can't highly recommend it enough. It's some of the best TV, if not the best TV series I've ever fucking seen in terms of visual style and storytelling. My God, the twists and turns throughout, the looks and the story. Oh, fucking hell. My God, I'm about to bust a nut. I'm sorry. I really shouldn't compare the pair, because obviously different eras, but fuck me, like, this film is just boring. Anywho, this DKB giving it a fucking Gore N More score of a 2.3, mainly due to the cinematography and everything that relates to that cinematography. And I'll sprinkle it with a bit of the acting. Looking forward to what you guys have to say about this film, and I'll catch you motherfuckers next week. Cheers.
Hey, thank you, Brody. 2.3 from the Doppelganger King of Bay. Doppelganger King of Bay.
Say that 5 times fast.
No, I couldn't even say it twice.
You had a hard time saying it once.
Yeah, right. So, you know what? I feel like Brody honestly hit everything perfect. Like,
yes, he did.
Yeah.
We pretty much said what he said. He just said it better.
I also love the fact that he brought up, John, your favorite soap opera from yesteryear, The Young and the Restless.
So it's Victor. I've never watched it, dude, just because that intro.
Because the intro scared the piss out of you.
So weird enough, I don't even know about this, but like I couldn't find that, but I found a list of like weird things that like scared kids, like that, like people our age that would have been kids. And apparently, this was the funniest one that I thought of because I remembered it and I was like, it was weird, but it never freaked me out. But a lot of people were afraid of the weird generated Spider-Man at the end of Muppet Babies on the fucking like. There was
What?
Yeah, there was a weird whatever rights were Muppet Babies, whatever. For some reason they had a Spider-Man drop down on their logo. And it was the weirdest thing because they never had anything to do with Spider-Man, but like there's like some crazy backstory.
Oh no, that was Sunbow Entertainment had that as their logo, I think it was, because they were doing they did Spider-Man and Amazing Friends before that.
Oh, is that what it was?
I think so, yeah. That's
Okay.
weird that would scare kids though. That's very bizarre.
Because I guess it was like, well, it's because of the way it was animated, I guess. And another thing along with the animated, and I also remember Bob might, I don't know,
Say it.
but it's from the second Beauty and the Beast cartoon where it's like in Christmas time and Tim Curry's in it and he plays this weird CGI organ. And apparently that was really scary and traumatized a lot of fucking kids. And I remember it because my sister was scared of it too. Like,
You know what my daughter was, or my daughter still to this day, she's about to be 17 next month. At the end of Adult Swim shows, you know how I don't know what production company, but it has just like that weird like fog bell that dung,
yeah. Oh yeah.
dung. That scares the shit out of her, and I have no idea why.
Out of everything, that's what scares her.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know
scares
why?
her.
Maybe it. Well, no, you said since she's been a kid. I was gonna say maybe it like reminds her of like the Purge bell or some bullshit.
No, like since she was a kid, and she said, you know, she's like, Dad, I used to like stay up and like watch Adult Swim when I shouldn't be awake, and then that part would come on, and I would always hide under the blanket. And I'm like, what the fuck?
You know, when I was a kid, this was right around the time the original Tales from the Dark Side came out.
Ooh.
We would watch that, but I would cover my ears every time the intro music played, and that still gives me chills and
creepy
goosebumps.
music,
hearing
yeah.
it. That music
Yeah.
scared the piss out of me.
No shit.
I used to get scared of the Tales from the Crypt intro, but only when the Crypt Keeper would
I
jump
was
out of
too,
the coffin.
man. I was too, dude. Like when I was a little kid, because you were like, you would watch it when it was doing the going up the steps, and you're just like,
Yeah, but as soon as he was about to pop out of the coffin, I'd cover my eyes and fucking, or I'd close my eyes and hold my ears because I didn't
You
want to
just
hear
reminded me
his
of
laugh.
something. I forgot to mention this. I started watching this documentary this morning. It's on Epix. It's of course by Blumhouse, so you know it's not great. But it's talk about the history of horror movies. It's supposed to be a series, and this is
All
episode 1. It just came out like yesterday.
Okay.
And they start, talking about the older horror movies, talking about like Dracula, and they start talking about Frankenstein and how Frankenstein influenced scenes in other movies. And this one lady was on the screen saying that how it influenced different things, and it influenced like Child's Play because it used lightning to bring Chucky to life. And I'm like, no. Click.
What?
I turned it off after that. I'm like, if you can't even get the basics right, you shouldn't even be on that fucking show.
That's one of those things where it's like you're almost angry enough, like you want to punch your TV, but you know it's not the TV's fault.
Oh, I was so pissed off. I was like, nope.
Fuck that.
Turned it right the fuck off.
That's the show that needs to be turned over to us and be like, okay, now you need to hear the facts.
So Brody says my brother locked me in a room with Rocky Dennis on the TV.
Damn.
All right.
FYI, Brody, I told your toilet paper story this morning at work.
Oh god. Oh god.
Awesome. Oh man. All right. So
Dennis.
all right. We're done discussing generally wise. I feel like there's nothing like you guys got some random like, hey, there's like one moment I want to talk.
No, not really.
I think we touched on it. Like, I mean, cinematography, like Brody said, the cinematography was great. It was the saving grace of this movie.
It was. So then we're just gonna hand it over to Chad Daddy.
Yeah.
Spread them cheeks and see if you got anything behind the curtains here, bud.
I do. Director Robert Weiss read a review of Shirley Jackson's novel, The Haunting of Hill House in Time magazine, and decided to get the rights to the novel. He later met the writer herself to talk about ideas for the film. He asked her if she thought of other titles for the movie because the title would not work for the film. She told him that the only other title she considered was simply The Haunting, so Weiss decided to use it for the film.
All right.
Okay.
As I mentioned already, director Martin Scorsese named this his favorite horror film. God knows why. But this is the same guy that goes on and just rips on Marvel movies and anything that makes money because it's not art. It's not cinema.
Hey, if you don't mind, Steve, Brody wants to know how that came up.
So what happened is one of the so horrible sidebar, but one of my coworkers, I'm not gonna say which one, but another male coworker and I were sitting in the teacher's lounge, and this other one was talking to us, and he said something about how his buddy was like talking about how he wants to tell his girlfriend that she smells. So he was like, his friend said that he was going to go down on his chick and he was going to eat her from behind, but that she had
Some
TP
odors
on the booty and some odors, and so he didn't know how he could tell her. And I was like, "Oh, you think that's bad? Let me tell you the story my buddy Brody told me."
You should have just had him watch the podcast, dude. Hold on, bud. Let me just pull this up. Check.
Let me just pull this episode up.
I couldn't remember what episode it was on.
Oh, I know. We should book.
Wasn't it like I think it was like in the 150 range.
I don't know. Brody might.
I don't even remember what movie it was. But I told him, I was like, it's way funnier when Brody tells it because it's way more detailed, and I'm just giving you a brief description of it. But we were all cracking up in the fucking lounge. It was hilarious.
You gotta admit, that guy was like there face first into that, though.
All right.
You thought a hair was bad.
I bet he grabbed the dental floss after he was done.
Dental floss. He grabbed mouthwash, dental floss. He grabbed axle grease, and that was much better.
It's all right. In what I've personally, in my life, what I would say the best way to like, it's always a hard conversation, but the easiest way to explain it to anybody is this. Yo, man, if you think toilet paper cleans your ass, cool. But here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take some poop and rub it on your forearm. And now I want you to take some toilet paper and clean your forearm. And tell me, is that clean? And if you fucking tell me no, well then guess fucking what? That's your fucking ass. So go clean your ass.
They make wipes for a reason.
I'll say,
yes, they do.
Use a fucking wipe. Yeah. You know what?
Here's what you do. You do toilet paper first and then use a wipe.
And then toilet paper to dry.
Although I had a buddy throw me one, he's like, I only use wipes. I'm like, oh, that's too wet, dude. No.
Yeah, that's way too wet. No. That's way too wet.
That was work conversation.
You got to get the initial wipes with the toilet paper. Then you go wipey, and then you go toilet paper because you don't want to be walking around with even though they're scented wipes, you don't want to be walking around with a wet ass crack because it feels nasty.
Yeah, you're next thing you know, you're farting and it smells like alcohol. You know, it's like, what the fuck?
You got to think of it like,
what kind of wipes are you wiping with, Bobby?
Don't ask questions, okay?
Alcohol wipes on your asshole? What?
It must be.
Ow.
The haunting of the. Oh my God.
You could eat off of that shit.
Bob, let's go get those things called dude wipes.
Yo, I want to try those.
I don't know. They're pretty much unfragranced wipes. I don't know.
I've never.
All right, let's just fucking.
Yeah, this is such a weird fucking sidebar.
As Brody says in the chat, the haunting of the moist asshole.
No. You know what it was? It's because we were talking Brody's TP story. So that's exactly why. Anyways, let's bring it back.
He's a bad influence. Okay, so continuing on, Claire Bloom was intrigued to play the role of a woman who was attracted to another woman. She said she got along with everyone on the set except for Julie Harris, who tried everything to avoid her and not talk to her. At the end of the shoot, Harris went over to Bloom's house with a present and explained that the reason she kept to herself was to stay in character because Harris's role in the film was that of an outsider that none of the others understand or will listen to. Bloom was happy to hear the real reason behind Harris's behavior, since Bloom stated she really liked Harris and could not understand what she herself had done wrong to be treated like that by her co-star. So after that, they were actually good friends.
Oh.
She was just doing the whole method acting thing.
Oh.
Okay, continuing. Robert Wise shot the film in black and white because he loved the depth and rich atmospheric quality of black and white, and for the genre of this film, and felt it would be perfect to enhance the moody psychological quality of the story. In addition, the studio contract specified the film must be shot in black and white.
Oh, all right.
Specified. Damn. All right. All right.
Russ Tamblyn was not very interested in playing the role of Luke Sanderson until MGM threatened him to resign his contract. Years later, he confirmed Sanderson was his best role by far for years.
Huh.
Really?
Shit.
Wait, that was the dude who was drinking the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a fucking fantastic role, dude.
That's our Lord and Savior.
Because you know what? Like, this is 1963. That dude was probably legit drinking. This
No
probably
shit.
was.
Yeah, he probably was.
You know what I mean? This wasn't that like, no, it's got to be fake alcohol on the set. Well, fuck.
No,
that,
it's more
man.
like just have that bottle of whiskey and let it be your friend.
So it's basically like dog soldiers.
Could you imagine? Yeah, right. But like, imagine if like that was in the budget for like just the cast. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, get some nice liquor, and he was just grabbing the most top shelf shit that they bought and just like as they're filming. Some dudes in the back like, hey man, we were saving that.
Fuck you.
Yeah, right. That'd be fantastic, actually, dude.
Uh-huh.
It seemed like a pimp role, man. Like he had that really nice, like, what was that? Like a house robe, I guess that would be. Yeah. I haven't graduated yet to that stature of house robe.
I feel like you almost have to like be like Hugh Hefner and have like, a dozen girlfriends to be able to pull that off.
I mean, like
got about
women,
10 more years.
Let's say ladies wear robes all the time. Yeah, I mean, you could be a grandpa and wear a robe too. Like
Yeah.
that's
This is true. You can.
I got about 10 more years till I'm trying to seduce my lady in a silky robe.
I mean, you could always go to the kimono. Kimono, bro.
It works
You
every
know,
time.
you got-
It's international sex.
You got to have the robe open right here, and you got to have the old chest.
Whoa!
hair.
I got like
Yeah.
I have like 3 chest hairs, Chad. I have like 3. That's it.
We'll get you a merkin. You can just stick it on your chest.
No. Oh my god.
God.
Anyway,
Okay, so Richard Johnson later said he received. Wait, no, I'm gonna skip that one. That's boring.
All right.
It's about acting. Every member of the cast enjoyed working with Robert Wise, who had a long-standing reputation as a strong director with great instincts and no ego. Julie Harris remembered him as a calm gentleman who never got ruffled by anything, and Claire Bloom found working with him marvelous.
Ooh.
So they had nothing but kind words to say about the guy.
good.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Nice to know.
Okay, let's see. Nelson Giddings' initial concept for the script was that Eleanor had experienced a nervous breakdown and had been hospitalized, and the house was the hospital, the other characters were staff and patients, and the booms and knockings were the result of shock treatments. The entire story would have been inside the head of a mentally ill woman. However, upon discussing this with the author Shirley Jackson, who simply regarded it as a haunted house story, he decided to backpedal on that idea, but still emphasized Eleanor's crumbling sanity in his final script. So the original version, it was all in her head. Everything.
No.
I don't know. I would've
No.
known.
No.
I think
I
the
mean,
audience
there's
was
other
also
movies-
cheated.
There's other movies like that. And wasn't Shutter Island like that? If I'm not mistaken.
But that's been a minute since
I haven't seen that in a while.
I don't remember if I did see that.
I didn't care for it, but it was also when it first came out, so I don't know, maybe I'd give it another watch.
See, I keep thinking, when I hear Shutter Island, I keep thinking of that one with Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson where they're clones, but I think that's just The Island or something.
That's The Island. That was a pretty good movie.
That was a pretty good movie.
That was not horror though.
No.
That was definitely action. Anything else, Chad?
For some of the scenes in which characters were tormented by loud ghostly sounds coming from the house, Robert Wise had the sounds on playback so the actors could react to them authentically. It was a technique that they found very useful and effective for creating just the right mood of terror.
Right on.
I don't know if it was just the right mood, but
It could have been a much
For the
better.
60s, it was the right mood.
Yeah.
you know what, man? Like, I honestly. All right, so here's a good horror sidebar. If there's one horror movie you could pick to just refresh and rewatch, what would it be? Right on the spot, dude. Don't no thinking.
Completely.
That one
Rewatch
that we
completely.
watched that was also in a haunted house.
Legend of Hell House?
Hell
That
House?
one.
Wow. Oh, I loved Hell House.
That was a good one.
That was a
Hell
very
House.
nice surprise.
Wait,
would-
was it Legend of Hell House or Hell
No,
House?
it was
LLC?
Hell House LLC.
No, not Hell House LLC. It was like a 60s or 70s flick that we watched.
With Roddy McDowell, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember the name of that.
That was the one.
That was
Chad
Legend of
Daddy-
Hell House.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was the one
Legend of
Chad
Hell
Daddy
House.
had us watch, and we were all just like, that was. Remember, it ended with the super foggy ending.
Yep.
And like there was like the old man
Oh.
like hidden in the fucking like secret room. It's kind of like Scooby Doo esque and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a great one, dude. Fantastic.
So movie we could rewind and refresh, just watch completely fresh. Is that what you mean by that?
Yeah, right now, like horror movie, like
Pieces.
you can go
I'd like
What?
to rewatch and review Pieces with Scoops.
pieces. Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or Madman. That was a good one too.
Oh yeah, Madman.
I know that's hard to pick, but
It's
in all
yeah,
honesty,
this
I
is-
would love to go and revisit Popcorn with you guys too, because that was way before any of you were on board.
So
Yeah, no, yeah.
even if I wasn't thinking of personally this podcast, dude, like if I could probably revisit any movie, and it's kind of funny that it's actually coming out on like 4K, but it'd almost probably be like Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. I fucking
That
loved
would be
that
lovely.
movie when that first
Yeah.
came out, and I remember how just like jaw dropped and just like fucking rock hard I was at the end of that movie, and I was like, oh my god, that was fantastic, and I watched
And that
it.
was terrifying because those zombies were fast as fuck.
Oh my
Yes,
god,
they
And
were.
as a
Oh my
fat man,
God.
I'd be like, well,
Yep.
I'm fucked.
I was
Guess I'm
totally,
dead.
I was totally confident in my zombie battling prowess until that fucking movie came out. Because I was like, yep, nope,
Mhm.
nope. If this is how it's going down, I'm dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, dude, no way.
And it
So,
had
yeah,
that awesome version of Down with the Sickness.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yes,
Oh,
it did.
by oh my
Richard
god,
Cheese.
Richard Cheese.
I fucking love Richard
yeah.
Dick Cheese.
Hell yeah. You know that would be the movie I would pick though.
You know something? If I just saw it, but if I wanted to really have one to rewatch and review with you guys, would actually be Smile, the new movie. honestly.
Oh really? Damn.
Wow.
You just saw that out of any movie.
I was supposed to go watch it yesterday with the daughter, and we didn't go. So
Like I think I read one bad review, and someone's like, it was a little all over the place. I'm like, you obviously didn't understand the whole meaning behind this movie. Fair enough.
I love the marketing they did for
Mhm.
this movie, though.
the baseball game
The
shit.
baseball
Yeah,
games, like
that's
that
awesome.
was fucking awesome.
I have not seen any of this.
Dude, they had
You
they
did-
had
you did?
people go sit behind home plate like this the whole game.
Oh,
with an
that
evil
stupid
smile.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was marketing for that movie.
I'll stand by.
I'm not gonna lie, it looked dumb as shit. So every time I saw that shit, I just kept. I was like, eh.
I'll stand by what I say right here. If it's not a top 10 scary movie for at least the past 10 years, maybe also I could probably stretch this all-time psychological horror. I think we need to switch who's really having an opinion and critiquing these movies.
Right on.
That's some heavy.
That's a bold
fucking-
statement, Cotton.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Let's see how it plays out. Okay, let's continue on. So Russ Tamblyn had an uncredited cameo as Nell's psychiatrist in the 2018 series The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh shit!
I only watched the first episode of that.
I
enjoyed it.
watched that whole thing, but I don't remember it that well.
How many
That was such a
seasons
good
did they
shit.
go? Was it just
Uh,
one?
Well,
think
just
it-
one.
Just
Was
one.
it just? I thought it was two, but I guess I was
Well, there's
wrong.
2 seasons, but it's different stories. The first one's Haunting of
Oh.
Hill House, and then The Haunting of Bly Manor.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Thank you, Scoobs. All right.
Okay. Most of the film was shot through lenses that add a curvature to the walls, making the house seem even more strange.
Actually,
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
Also, the famous sharp contrast of the house against the dark sky and clouds was created by the use of infrared film stock.
Oh,
Really?
Oh, nice.
Huh. Okay.
I
didn't
did
even know
always
they had
enjoy
that back
the-
then.
I enjoyed all the exterior shots of the house. I always like that. Makes you feel it more like when it's actually alive.
Mhm. Okay. According to Julie Harris, film censors demanded that Theo never be shown to touch Eleanor in order to keep the lesbianism less obvious. Nevertheless, they touched several times, including when Theo's sitting on her bed. The theme is reinforced when Eleanor calls Theo a mistake of nature.
Oh.
Oof.
It's pretty rough.
I actually didn't catch that. one.
Canceled in 2022.
Nice.
Robert Wise had been on a contract with MGM and owed them one more film, so he brought The Haunting to them. They would only give him $1 million to shoot the film, and Wise insisted he needed a bigger budget. In the end, he brought the project over to MGM in London, where they were willing to give him $1.05 million, amongst other cost savings and tax breaks, so he accepted and decided to do the film in England.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
So they Did they didn't build the house, right? They found it. Right?
No, the house, if I'm not mistaken, is a hotel, but the interiors were created on soundstage.
Well, okay. So yeah,
that might be. Yeah, the exterior of the house in the film was not a set, but an actual house. It's Eddington Park Hotel in Warwickshire, England. Although all the interiors were carefully designed sets on sound stages, while shooting exterior night scenes on location at the row house, Russ Tamblyn shared a story of having chosen to take a stroll through a cemetery at the rear of the property and having had an experience nearly as terrifying as the film itself. It says you can hear his story on the commentary track on the DVD of the film. I was going to look that up today, but I completely ran out of time. I'm sorry.
That's all right, bud.
It's all good.
So it's actually kind of, you know what? Sometimes sound stages work, sometimes they don't. I feel like this one they actually work.
Yeah, I would not have. I wouldn't have guessed that was all built sets.
Nope. I thought it was the house. Like,
you know what's you know what movie that has stages that didn't work that I watched this weekend? By the way, this is gonna be a really quick sidebar. But Scoobs is gonna agree with me. Hocus Pocus 2. Movie was fucking trash. Don't waste your fucking time. Chad Daddy, I know you don't like the first one. I actually enjoy the first one.
I enjoy the first one. I
like watching it. I'm very nostalgic for it because I watched it a fuck ton when I was a kid.
Yep.
This one was horribly forced, terribly shot. It felt cheap as fuck, and the 2/3 of it was shot on the same fucking soundstage that looked like the shittiest fucking woods I've ever seen. I was like, dude, like I've seen better backdrops in a porn.
Yeah, like it was bad, and the costumes just seemed so cheap compared to the original. Like I don't know, it was just the writing was crap.
You know why
it was just
you know why it also feels cheap, dude. And this is going to be a more of a different rant for like modern cinema than anything. It's because it's filmed digitally. And digital movies look like ass. I don't give a shit I don't care how clean it is. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look good. It looks. It felt more of like. It felt more of like almost like a live Broadway, if anything.
Yeah.
And also a Walgreens commercial, like a 20-minute Walgreens commercial for at least.
It felt like one of those cheap teen Disney shows.
I mean, it is Disney.
No, I know, but it felt like one of their shows. You know what I mean?
That was my argument. That was my argument because like I was somebody and they were like, I'm like, I know why. I was like, I know why it was shit because it was just streaming. They didn't put it out on theaters, so they didn't want to put a bunch of fucking money into it. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's a really piss poor.
That's a piss poor.
That's a piss poor excuse because look at how their Marvel shows are turning out. Aside from She-Hulk.
Yeah, because that's
so. Once again, like I said, dude, it feels very forced. Yeah. And so, like, okay, I didn't want to go super far into this, but like in the first one, they have one musical number and it doesn't feel forced. It makes sense with the whole fucking scenario of where they're at, right?
Yeah.
They're at this town fucking dance where there's actually a live musician and then they take over. Okay, 100% would make sense in the reality of this story. In this one, dude, they're conjured back and they just instantly start breaking in a song. They went to like 4 different fucking songs in this. I was like, is this a musical? Or what the hell is an opera? I don't know what the fuck's going on. It just, dude, it felt, yeah. Wait, what is? I told my wife it seemed like it was a free fortune. Yeah, dude, it was on. My personal recommendation, and I'm gonna probably speak for Scoobs because I don't think he minds. Don't go fucking. Don't watch it. Don't waste your time.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Hey, at least
the part that irked me the most was how they tried to make it like The Craft. You turn a certain age and then you come into your powers.
See, okay, they completely. I like the beginning. I'm not gonna say there wasn't like I hated I liked when they were kids. You know what I mean? Like when they had that whole section when they became witches. I didn't mind that, and I like that. Like obviously you were like, oh, these girls are gonna become witches now too. That's a clear like I don't know.
Yeah,
but. It just was so cheap, dude.
Okay, let's get back on track here, guys.
yeah, because we're at an hour already.
Yeah, we are. Let's see. I'm gonna try and skip to the good.
By the way, hi Lisa. Hello.
Yes,
hello.
Hello. So the script originally contained a scene early in the film in which Theodora is shown in her apartment in the city. It's clear from the context that she's just broken off with her female lover. I hate you is written on the mirror in lipstick. Theodora is yelling curses at her out the window and more. However, Wise decided to cut the scene, believing it to be too explicit for a film that worked hard to make things implicit.
Okay.
I think it would have been better with a little lesbian action. Just my opinion.
I agree.
A little HLA.
Chad, I didn't even ask, but are you okay with big head mode right here?
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
can
I'm fine with that.
Oh, cool. Okay.
According to Russ Tamblyn, Robert Wise approached a society that kept track of British haunted houses, and they gave him a list of such places. So he actually
British
did a little
haunted
research.
house.
Nice.
Oh, nice. I bet you could watch those on the Travel Channel.
According to Robert Wise, the spiral staircase provided some unique challenges. It was scary when you were up on that thing and it was rocking around. The one shot they did on it that fascinates people the most is when the camera is at the bottom and goes up. He said they designed the banister of the stairway to be so wide and thick that it would fit a small rig with wheels on it, a little light dolly that would hold a handheld camera. They then had the camera on that and they would control with the wire underneath, and they actually filmed it going down. And then to get to the effect, they just reversed it and sped it up a little so that it looked like it was going up.
Oh,
That's awesome. That's fucking cool. I like it.
Sorry.
Okay. Da-da-da-da.
But seriously, though, fuck those stairs in real life. Like,
Right.
I hate them shits, dude.
The screenplay made many changes to the story. The number of characters was cut down. The backstory was significantly shortened. Most of the supernatural events depicted in the novel were kept off screen, and the greater part of the action was set inside the house to heighten the audience's feeling of claustrophobia. Eleanor's role as an outcast was also emphasized. The character of Thea was given a sharper, slightly more cruel sense of humor in order to make her a foil for Eleanor, but also to heighten Eleanor's outsider status. The role of Luke was made more flippant, and Dr. Markway was made a more confident character.
I actually like the Doctor's character a lot
Yeah, I enjoyed the Doctor.
because he wasn't trying to fool anybody. He's like, this is what you're here for. And we're going to see.
And
how
he
this
wasn't
plays
trying
out.
to, and he wasn't like gonna mess around with his wife with a fucking crazy bod. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not sure where she got the idea that he was going to be, willing to. Like, there was
She
like
was just
no
hopeful,
chemistry.
Yeah.
well, she was clearly nuts.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I mean, he was just a suave dude, and he was just, hey, that's reality for you right there. Sometimes you can just be nice and people be thinking you're flirting.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what it was? You know what it was? It was the fucking mustache.
I mean, it would work for me too. I'd be like, hey, what's up, daddy? I
How
mean,
you doing? Yeah, like how you doing over there? Yeah.
The girlfriend is nice to everybody, and everybody always thinks she's flirty. And I tell her all the time, you got to stop being so nice. That's why you have all these
you gotta
dudes.
have the resting bitch face, man. Just-
Yeah. And that's why you have all these dudes like sitting
then-
in your fucking.
But here's
on
the
your
problem with that,
Instagram.
Steve. Because then on the flip side of the resting bitch face, you're gonna get guys like me.
That's
I
true.
like that
That's
stuff.
I mean,
I like that stuff.
Okay, so some scenes
I
in the
do too.
movie, some
Right?
scenes in the movie was
I
an
know you do.
inspiration for the haunted mansion at Disneyland and Walt Disney World.
Oh no shit!
I can see that.
Going there
I
next
can see
year.
that.
Woo!
Yeah, I think in the next like 2 years, we're planning a trip,
Listen, man, I gotta get the kid there before she hits fucking double digits. So.
bro. Oh, I want to go with you.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I'll be
Well,
like,
both
you
of my
two.
kids have jobs now, so they can. Well, the daughter's getting a job soon, so they can both pay their own fucking way, and we'll all go.
There you go, Rose. If
I'm
you
gonna-
guys
I'll
met
have
me
to
at
bow out. I
Disney, that
can't
would be
afford it.
amazing. Oh my
I could
god,
That'd be
not
fucking
afford
great.
it, dude.
we're all gonna
Not
build
with 3
lightsabers
kids.
together, dude. Be fucking sweet.
Gore
No,
N
John,
More
you,
live at
John,
Disney.
you don't get to build a lightsaber. You don't watch Star Wars.
I
You're
don't give a
banned from
flying
Star
fuck.
Wars land.
I know more Star Wars knowledge than I should fucking know, just because people don't shut the fuck up about Star Wars. So I'm just gonna say that I can build a lightsaber.
You know, he makes a point.
Right? There's more shit that I know about Star Wars for never even watching the fucking movies. And I'm like, I don't even know why I know this shit. But I do. Anyways,
Okay. The infamous bending door scene was achieved by constructing a prop door composed of laminated wood. While filming, the bending effect was caused by having a strong stagehand push on the door with a piece of timber.
hey Bob, get over here.
I got this.
That's fucking. Are you serious? That was it.
That was it.
They just had some. They just had some big ass motherfucker. They're like, yo,
I honestly thought they
bend
just
this
used
to-
like a big piece of like latex or something the way it was bending. I didn't think that was actual wood.
I want to know the size of the
Yeah.
dude on the
Yeah, I
other
want to
side
know
of
that. Yeah,
door,
like who the
man.
fuck did that? I want to know.
That was
Bob's
baloney and
grandpa,
money.
dude, apparently,
Bob's-
right?
I mean, I gotta say, if it is my grandparent, yeah.
Baloney and money.
Baloney and money.
Money, money behind the door. Go ahead.
Jesus Christmas. Anyways,
Okay, so last thing here, then we'll get moving on. The original cut of the movie, shown September 24th, 2003 at Filmhouse Edinburgh, has several differences from the general release print. It has an alternate opening with a voiceover by the Mrs. Sanderson character in place of the Markway monologue. The titles prior to the scene are slightly different. The History of Hill House scene continues into the meeting with Mrs. Sanderson and Markway, but in this version, it's Sanderson is doing most of the talking. The following scene from the general release print of Markway listing his subjects on a blackboard is missing. In its place is a scene where Theo throws her lover out of her apartment and next to a photo of her lover writes, "I hate you." Okay, we already talked about that. So in the original release version, it didn't have the scene of him, writing names on the chalkboard. It had in place of that Theo throwing out her girlfriend. Okay, she then receives her invitation from Markway. This is delivered to her by her landlady, who requires the excess postage to be paid. Theo already knows this is to be paid, and there's a humorous exchange concerning her ESP or her gift. So not only does it, verify that she's a lesbian, it also goes more into her having psychic abilities.
oh damn!
All right.
There are also several extended scenes involving Eleanor's inner thoughts, most of which tie into her thoughts on her possible relationship with Markway. The scene showing her traveling to Hill House is extended with more inner monologue material, including a couple of shots of her turning onto Route 238 and commenting on Journey's end in Lover's Meeting, whatever that means.
Okay.
And finally, the morning harp scene runs longer and contains more dialogue for both Eleanor and Markway. This print had a title card prior to the MGM logo. As said, this print is on loan from the National Film and Television Archive. So, yeah, little bits and pieces that were different from the original release version that they changed right before it got to actual theaters.
All right.
So that's the tall and short of it, I guess.
All right. Well, thank you, Chad Daddy,
My
for
pleasure.
the behind the scenes. Woo. Switch us around, color scheming it. All right. So we are on to El Question. So, gentlemen, where did you watch this? What format?
Prime.
On demand.
Prime as
YouTube.
well. I was looking hard on YouTube because, like I said, there was 5 minutes of colorized version, and I was like, dude, it's out there. It's not
Yeah.
out there.
It's not out there. No.
But because of that, I did find next week's colorized on YouTube. So that's probably where I'm going to peep it. If we do that next week.
Yeah. I mean, we still could, or we could move up.
Move
another
it.
movie. You want to move it?
Yes.
You want
Are
to
you
put
just
what
gonna-
I said?
Are you
It's
just
time
gonna-
for
are you just
some
gonna-
fun.
Are you just
All
going
right.
to flip it? How you gonna do it?
Yeah, it'll be the week after. We'll
That's fine.
Okay.
You know
talk about it
what?
at the end.
Dude, talk about a fucking ocean. Dude, we're going to be rocking some waves right there. You're going to go, woo!
There's a
And
total
question-
180 for next week.
Questionable, and then another woo.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to that, I'm watching it in the old school DVD just to watch the intro.
Yep. Just for the fucking
Hell
intros with
Yeah,
the man
dude.
himself.
And you got to go through every which one, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Can't just not just sit Haig, even though
Got
that's
it
the best.
right here. Sorry.
Yeah, there you go, Bob.
Sneak peek. If you're not watching, you'll not see it, so it
All
doesn't
right.
matter.
I'm cool with that. Oh man, how pissed would the wife be if I actually, dude? I haven't done Captain Smallwood in a long time, but I actually shaved my head when I did it. She'd be so pissed. Dude.
Come on, Jen, let him do it.
She's probably not. I hope maybe she's watching. I don't know. All right. So douche of the film,
The main character.
main character douche. She was
Actually,
cunt. Fuck her.
Yeah.
I didn't like her at
Yeah.
all.
I can actually
Yep.
say she is, yes.
Yep.
Like I said, anytime she was kept going
know what I
in
didn't-
her monologue, I was like, shut the fuck up.
No, fuck her. I didn't like her instantaneously when she was rude to the gatekeeper and the gatekeeper's wife.
Yeah,
For
there was
no
no need. There was
reason.
no need to be.
There was no manners there whatsoever, dude. Fuck her. I don't
Speaking-
care.
Can we just talk real quick about the gatekeeper's wife and how weird it was that it's saying it's
I
like
thought
she was a
gonna be
robot or something.
ghost.
She said literally the exact same thing, word for word, to both the main character and Theo, and I thought that was really fucking weird.
I thought she was gonna be a ghost, dude. That's what the wife and I
Yeah.
thought. And it's like, oh nope, no, she's not. Or was she?
Mm.
Favorite kill?
Most of 90% of the kills came in the first 5 minutes just talking about it.
Yes, there's no.
So there was a hanging. There was
The old woman just died. The
car
dad-
accident. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we got the 2 car accidents, or the car accident and the carriage accident.
Mhm.
Apologize.
Then Mr. Kane or whatever his name was said he drowned in fucking London.
So we'll just go with that section of the movie.
I'm gonna go with the hanging.
Yeah, I'll go with the
Worse
hanging
than
too.
the hanging, man.
You know, I'm just going to go with none because I didn't see any. So
The nun. Okay.
Oh, by the way, I just want to say real quick, I thought about this when we were watching the trailer at the beginning of the show, because it kept saying the haunting, and all I could think of was the bloodening.
Oh,
The bloodening.
which one is that from, dude? I haven't.
That was the one where the kids, there was a curfew in town, and the kids snuck out to watch it at the drive-in.
Oh, I don't know if I remember that one or not.
It was like, I want to say it was like season 5 or something. It's like really old.
Okay. Word. It's been a while. Unfortunately, well, there's a lot up here. Sometimes shit just ends up like falling out because more goes in.
Sorry if I keep scratching my nose. My freaking sinuses are really dry right now.
Well,
is it all that?
sinuses? God damn it! No. Gotta get some Vicks, baby.
Something, yeah.
All right. So, best scene. Don't say when it ended.
No.
Damn it, John. Damn you.
I was actually going to say the third act when they're trying to find his wife and then everything that happens after that.
I'm gonna say the door bulge, dude. That was the best scene for me. I was like, all right, that was cool, and that was about
Staircase.
it.
I'm going to say the staircase because I was
Ooh,
fully
staircase
I was fully expecting it to fall when she was climbing up it.
Yeah, that was kind of anticlimactic, and I can't. What was at the top of that staircase? Just a little attic window?
Did they make it up?
Something.
I don't remember if they made it up there to see what it was.
Yeah, they made it up there because
They made
his
it up
wife-
there, but did
his
you
wife
fall
opened
asleep,
up-
Bob? No, she made it up there, and it was just a fucking landing, and then all of a sudden,
Is
his
what?
wife was just like, "Hello there," and then they were like,
Hello there.
and then
General Kenobi.
yeah, right. But like, it didn't look like it was like a full window that you would have been like be able to go through. You know what I mean? It was just like a.
It was just like a little
look-through.
hatch. It wasn't even a door or anything. So what was the point of
so
that little
what the fuck is the
staircase?
whole point of this? Right, like the books don't go up that high.
No.
So you just what the hell are you doing up there? Like that's where you're gonna go to smoke a joint? Like fuck that, dude. Like I don't know. Like that, I don't know. It just didn't make any sense. But if it was just to get a scared dynamic,
They
I guess
got
it
it.
doesn't really have to. So yeah, scared me, dude, because I was like, yeah, fuck that. I would never go on that shit anyways.
No.
Okay, so opening scene, hook you in.
I don't remember what it was, so no.
Yeah, the opening scene definitely hooked me in because that was, telling them about the history of Hill House, but it was very deceptive because the rest of the movie went downhill after that.
So yes, now that I remember, yes, it did.
I'm not gonna lie, I was actually more interested in our main character's at-home family dynamic than her at Hill House because I was just like, yo, what the fuck's going on there, dude? Like,
They treated her like shit.
yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna call it straight out because that like her sister was being just such a fucking. She was more of a cunt than she was.
Maybe they should be douche of the movie.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm
You're
not
not
changing it. I'm
wrong.
not changing it. It's
You know what?
Her, not douche of the movie.
Not even her husband, because the husband seemed a little bit more like
He was a little more
empathetic.
tolerant of her. Yeah.
But the sister was like, "Oh, it's our car," and I looked right at the wife. I'm like, "This is 1963. Not to be sexist by any means, but I bet that bitch don't even fucking work. So what the hell is she talking about? Our fucking car?
Yeah,
that's his fucking car." And then she helped pay half for it. That bitch, I'm like, I got on this whole fucking like weird little. Fuck off, man. So you're right. She gets douche in the movie.
Sisters
Thank you,
douche in the
Dad.
movie.
Fantastic. All right. But yes, so opening scene, yeah. Like you said, all the kills. That was cool. All right. So I feel like we already know the answer to this one. Most attractive character.
Theo.
Bro, she was fantastic.
Yeah, she was hot.
That's hard to argue. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure the Doctor is very suave in his own way because he was rocking that mustache.
The nephew, not bad.
And the nephew has the younger, like curly haired motif dude vibe going on. So
He's a great alcoholic. What can I say?
right, and he pulls off the house vest or not the house vest, the house robe. All right, so I'm not gonna lie, going back to that, I feel like our main character was kind of like Amish in comparison to everybody
She's
else.
very Puritan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but fuck it, dude.
It's like never mind.
Theo in the TV series is house. Yeah, she was.
Yeah,
Hey, even in the remake, Theo.
And in the
Catherine
remake,
Zeta-Jones.
because
Yes. Mm-hmm.
the new Morticia.
Should be.
She is.
She is the
She's
new
Morticia.
Oh, that's right. She is.
When Wednesday drops soon.
in
Soon.
November.
No, it's October.
It's October.
It's November.
It's November.
Oh, it is.
Because people
It's
say
like it's
coming out
right
before.
after Halloween. It's like
Yeah, it's like
week
November
after.
4th or something.
Yeah, it's something.
Lame.
I know it's not timed right at all.
Pieces of shit. Sorry. Continue.
Anyways, hey, whoa. Wait till we watch the first episode, then you can say that.
Don't tell me when to wait.
All right. So, did the score set the mood?
Actually, I think it did.
Yeah.
I thought the score was very well done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but what was the mood, man? Because I was falling asleep, so I don't really know.
But it's still, regardless of falling asleep, like it still it gave like the vibe that
You know
it
what?
needed to give for the film.
All right, you gents are right because it wasn't the music's fault. It was just the very long dialogue. So
Yeah.
There was one part where I thought the music didn't really fit the scene, and that was when it was the main character sitting there talking to her family. And I was sitting there thinking, this music's really odd. And then she gets up and turns the record player off. I'm like, okay, now I understand.
that makes sense.
It was
okay.
supposed to be off.
So, do you remember what that record was playing by chance, or no?
I do not.
Just background music. All right. So, I don't think we can even do best song.
No.
There
No.
was no song. All right. So, favorite character. I'm gonna go with the booze guy, the nephew there. What the fuck was his name?
I want to say him, but I'm going to go with what I said before. The Doctor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. Oh yeah, Luke. Yeah, I'm gonna go Luke, man. Because I feel like he's the character I would have been in this film.
I'm going to say the house.
Ooh, Chad Diddy switching it up.
Good choice.
The house was definitely a character, and the house was more intriguing than anybody else.
Yeah, I
don't know,
agree
man.
with that.
I don't know. Theo was pretty intriguing.
I was gonna say Theo's
In a different way. In a different way.
Theo was my favorite character because
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? I can't say it. I got to give it to the Doctor's wife because she literally came in and she was like, "This place is fucking trash." So she gets my she gets my vote. That was great. That was great. All right, yeah. And Bob said Doctor. All right, so does it hold? I'm sorry, was it scary?
Nope.
No, not at
No.
all.
Ah.
Not by
It was the
today's
cure
standards.
it was the cure for insomnia.
Oh my god.
Maybe back then,
Yeah, I could see.
but
if you
by
were a
today's
small
standards,
child,
yeah. Well,
See, I
no,
don't
even
know,
if you were a teenager in that age, you know what I mean? Like,
bro, I think there was movies out of the 50s that were way more traumatizing than this shit, dude.
I agree.
If anything, this movie would have you be going around
was
every corner of
tame.
your house when you hear fucking a creak. It's like, what?
I mean, this was tame, dude. Like, if you go to any crazy sci-fi movie and shit, I don't know. Not that those were like over gore-tastic by any fucking means, dude, but I don't know, man. Like, I'd rather watch Vincent Price's like The Fly. You know what I mean? Like, there's just more shit go. And that's, in comparison to Goldblum's, is boring as fuck.
You're not wrong,
Yeah, there you go.
but it's still better than this.
Mm-hmm. So does it hold up today?
Also, no.
No.
There's a
To be
reason why
fair-
they remade it.
And then they remade it again because the remake didn't hold up either. So
The remake was shitty
be
for the day it
fair.
came out. Yeah.
it was, man. But
Really
why
bad
was it
CGI.
shitty? Was it the
Really
CGI?
bad CGI. Yeah.
I almost blamed the
Yeah.
main. I almost blamed the main actress again, dude. I didn't like her, but maybe that's just the character. I don't know.
I think it was just a
I
character.
think that's just the character.
because like it wasn't Luke Wilson or no, who the fuck was it?
Owen
What's
Wilson.
up?
Oh, it was Owen Wilson, and they kill him because he gets his head eaten. by the fucking weird cement lion thing.
Wow.
Did anybody else die? He was the only one that died in it, I think, right?
I don't remember. It's been.
No,
I saw it once in the theater, and that was
Liam
it.
the girl-
Neeson almost died, but he did.
Yeah. Well, the Nell does.
At the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one I remember just felt very like, I don't know why, but it gave me almost Ghostbuster 2 vibes when that dude came out, because I was like, what is he, fucking Vigo? Like, what the fuck's going on?
Oh, yeah.
There was just a little like, I don't know. But yeah, Scary Movie 2 did it better.
I was gonna say Scary Movie did it better.
Tricycle ride. I know some of you guys hate those movies.
No, I fucking love them.
God, if you don't love
All
them.
right, so acting, not bad.
I
Yeah.
didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
I didn't think
So
some of it was.
annoying.
I didn't think some of it was bad.
The girl that played Thea was good, and the rest.
Theo was good. Luke was okay. Like,
See, I think they were all good for what they had to be.
I think the doctor's wife was fine because she came in and she kind of was like a little bit of a hag, but at the same time, she's like, "Who's this bitch sniffing on my husband? Like, what the fuck is going? No, I'm fucking staying here. Fuck all this shit. I don't know what. Like,
What did Brody pick?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Brody, what did you pick?
Yeah, you have to remind us, bro.
Send me a massage.
With a
Yes.
happy ending.
Hey.
Split
I
top.
used to love when going to friendlies, dude, and then the waitress would ask that shit. So fucking wrong. Especially when you're like a fucking table of teenage boys at 16 and the hot waitress is like, all right, boys, you guys want a happy ending? And we're like, thought you would never ask. The Orphanage.
Oh, that's a good
Ooh.
fucking movie.
I don't think I've seen that. No.
I have not either, but
I
I've
haven't.
always wanted to. I mean, I don't know whose pick was House on Haunted Hill, but
That
I
was
think
mine.
that was his.
that's up to you, Chad Daddy.
We'll discuss it after the show.
All right. So cinematography, I think we all had said 2 thumbs up on that for sure.
That was
Thumbs
the
up on
best part of the whole movie.
It was the saving grace.
100%, gentlemen. I know Brody definitely mentioned it as well. And do you like the premise? I mean, who doesn't like the premise
Who
of the
loves a
haunted house?
movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Haunted House movies
That's-
are great.
I mean, it's stupid, and that's why we watched it, because of the premise. So it's a Spanish film,
so yes.
cool with subtitles. I'm fine with
It's a
subtitles,
great-
dude.
Yeah, that's fine.
We did Train to Busan.
Good
so
fucking movie.
All right. So recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot.
recycle this. I'm done.
recycling this bitch, dude.
Yeah,
I haven't done
recycle.
that in a while, but I'm fucking throwing this in the trash.
I'll recycle
Because
it.
they've
but
already
I'm-
remade it. They've already remade it.
Twice.
They did the show. The show was amazing. Just leave
I
it
would
the
throw
fuck
this
alone.
and the 1991
Yep, in the trash.
Yep. Be like,
Yep.
you know what? There you go. Like, fuck that.
We'll just
Then
keep
Netflix is
Haunting of
fine.
Hill House.
Yeah, that one's fine.
Yeah.
The one that actually has the name of the book title in it.
Wow. All right. So Brody started us off high, I feel, in my opinion, with a 2.3. Bob, start us off, homie.
I'm going to agree with him. A 2.3. It has its moments. That's about it.
2.3. Mr. Scuba.
What did
Yeah,
Bobby give it?
2.3.
1.5.
1.5. Mr. Vasquez. Chad Daddy.
I'm gonna go a little higher. I'll give it an even 2.
Even 2.
And that's being generous. But I did really like the cinematography, so that's why it gets a 2.
2. All right. And, well, if I'm going to be honest, I was going to come in with a fucking 1. But I feel like talking about it, I did. The cinematography was a saving grace. And, yeah, I don't know. Theo was hot. I'll give it a 1.5 with Scoobs. I'll feel generous. So,
I was going to give it a 1 as well, but talking about it. gave me
yeah,
that
you know,
0.5.
sometimes that'll do that. So, all right, let's divide this bitch by 5. All right, we got
Yeah.
a 1.9 for 1963's The Haunting.
And that is
Still-
a generous.
That's not even close to the lowest score, though. So,
No, it's not.
You know, and you got to keep in mind 2.5 is right the middle. So it's not, you know, it's not the worst. What's still the worst? That was like a 0.4.
baby.
Oh, that's still Amityville 3, buddy.
Amityville
Yeah.
3.
Nothing.
What was that? That was 0.4, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't think anything's going to get lower than that.
How did we get a 0.4? I got to re-listen to that episode, dude. I don't. Who gave it like a 0.001 or something like that to do that?
Brody, I think.
Maybe.
We already did Black Sheep. Where were you, woman?
Yeah, that was like 2
Dude, that
months
was like
ago.
2. Yeah,
it was
That was
2 months
even
ago.
really recent.
That was
Wow.
a fun movie.
Thanks.
No.
Thanks for the support, honey.
that was two
You
themes
can tell-
ago.
You can tell she watches my podcast all the time.
Damn.
Yeah, you really showed it
It's
there,
okay.
Melody.
I don't watch her.
God.
I don't watch her live stream, so it's okay. It's fine.
Oh, dude.
But you support it, and that's all.
I
that
do
matters.
support it. I do support it.
But she supports ours, so you know,
Exactly.
that's fair.
Why
So
she's here.
she's here now.
So 1.9 for 1963's The Haunting. Chad Daddy, what are we reviewing next week, sir?
We really don't know because we've been discussing this. It was supposed to be House on Haunted Hill. I think we need a break from House on Haunted House and Ghosts for a minute. We discussed. I know. Fuck it. You know what? We're doing House of Thousand Corpses.
Run, rabbit, run!
Mama.
House of Thousand
Fuck your sister.
run!
And fuck your grandma. And most of
I'm
all,
literally just gonna
fuck
find
you.
Yeah, it's
I'm
House of
literally gonna
Thousand
find
Corpses.
Still frame of fucking Sherry Moon's ass. Yeah. Fucking just put it right on the background for next week.
Beautiful.
This.
Oh man. Hell
Fuck
yeah,
it, we're
dude.
throwing it on. Yeah, hell with it.
Yes. That's a perfect
Like a
Halloween movie.
It is.
If I
it
get
is.
home in time, I'm painting my fucking face like Captain Spaulding.
All right. Well, if you're gonna do that, then I won't.
Well, then
That's
you do it because your beard's nicer, and you'll be home before me. So get it. You do it.
I could do it. I haven't done it in a long
Do it.
time.
Do it. I'll just have I have my Captain Spaulding fucking figure back here like that.
There you go. You just come in as fucking Dwight from The Office. All right. So hell yeah, dude. We're actually fucking reviewing a Rob Zombie movie on the fucking
A
Gore N More
good
podcast.
Rob Zombie movie at that.
Yeah, not like that shitty last one.
TJ would have never allowed this to happen.
No.
Oh, we did. This isn't the first one. Oh my god.
Yeah, we
Lords
did
of
30.
Salem.
Not 30. Yeah,
I forgot about
we
that.
did,
Oh, Lords of
Lords
Salem. The acid
You know what?
trip
It's probably
that
because I
sucked balls.
forgot. I didn't really want to watch it again. Slow jerk off. That's right. I did that stupid fucking video for that. Oh my god, dude. Fucking jerking off the proton one.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Ah, fuck. All right. So next week is gonna be great. Any nerd news, gentlemen, before we wrap this bitch up? I got fucking nothing. I
Terrifier
didn't look.
2 comes out this week, and it is in theaters on Thursday.
Well, if you're gonna throw that on there, then also the new Hellraiser drops this weekend on
Mhm.
Hulu.
Yes, it does. I'll be.
So-
Me and my girlfriend got tickets. We are going to see that in theaters.
What's
and
that,
Vinegar
Hellraiser, or I mean, Terrifier.
Yes.
and
She's
Vinegar
actually-
Syndrome announced. Sorry, guys.
No, go
No,
ahead.
go
Say
ahead.
it.
Vinegar Syndrome announced the 4K of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and the pre-orders are up already, and it'll be shipping the end of this month already.
See, I just,
Brody buy that.
Yeah, I think he
yeah.
shared the picture.
I just
I don't know
want
if he
the,
bought it,
I
but-
just want the artwork. That's what I really
Yeah.
want, honestly.
The artwork
I-
is cool. I will definitely
mean,
give you that.
I keep going back and forth. I'm like, do I want it or do I not? Because I've
Dude,
got
the picture Brody sent, it was like $80.
that's
That's not-
$80 Australian. It's like 35.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that poor son of a bitch, dude. Like, ugh.
Yeah, Australian dollars. There's a huge difference.
I don't have a 4K player, so I ain't gonna buy it.
Well, I got the my Army of Darkness 4K comes in tomorrow.
See that I
And
do
then
want to get
Return of the
that.
Living Dead comes out in 2 weeks. So I've got
Brody did buy it.
But now, all right, Brody, my question is, because I didn't look at what the DVD specifics were, was there anything that's not on either the uncut version of that movie or what's not on any special edition? Because if there's something that's
Maybe they
new-
added the work print stuff.
they didn't.
They
No?
didn't.
No, that's what's keeping me from definitely ordering it is because
Huh.
it doesn't have the work print extended cut.
So
Okay.
yeah, all right. If that was on, if that was part of it,
The scenes are on it, but they're not
Oh, it's not the.
re-edited back in.
right,
Gotcha,
now
gotcha.
and I have the scenes in 2 versions. So if it wasn't edited back, yeah, that's. Yeah.
All right.
The only, I mean, it's not nerd news. I don't really find anything that's capturing. I watched the Munsters movie this weekend.
Thoughts.
All right,
Come
real
on.
quick. No. Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Quick
We all are. Wait, no. We all know what the show is, right?
Yes.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
a
but-
campy show
Right.
with people who are not normal. They don't
Yep.
do normal things. I liked it. I loved it.
Yeah,
I
I
loved
don't
it
understand.
too.
I don't
Because-
understand why people are complaining about it being campy. I think that it's like they're expecting an actual Rob Zombie movie versus
That's-
an adaptation of
Look,
a TV show.
guys, here's the thing, guys.
Nostalgia
People
glasses.
will shit on Rob Zombie's work
Just because it's Rob Zombie.
just because it's Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
This was actually a
Good.
good fucking movie. If you ever watch The Munsters or any of the old movies that came out,
Yeah.
this fits right in that category. This is a total nostalgic movie. Sherry Moon did fucking great as
Yeah,
Lily. I didn't think she was
Really?
gonna do good.
No,
She had the
did
like,
great.
you know how Lily had like that. I don't know. She had like she did this thing with her voice.
Yeah,
she did it. It was good.
It was over exaggerated. Like she
Yeah.
always had it like Herman. Like it was every
Yeah,
you know.
and then
yeah.
and then like awesome nods to like Universal monsters in there also. Like it was a good fucking movie. Now, I don't think it should have been that long. I would love a sequel where they introduced Eddie and Marilyn. It deserves a
Right.
sequel.
Yeah.
It was good.
yeah.
It was good.
And,
It was damn good.
You know,
And I don't see why
good-
people are fucking bitching
good
about it.
enough to go pick up the physical.
yes.
Because
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I will say, and it's nothing against Rob Zombie, it's more against Netflix. But what the fuck, Netflix? Why does Rob Zombie get a physical day one when his movie drops out? But Texas Chainsaw doesn't, and we're never probably gonna get it. Like it's
because it's Rob
fucking
Zombie.
pisses
By the way,
me off.
I just want to say, Scoobs, you were looking very Johnny Deppish there.
Yeah, I
Well,
look at
thank
him
you,
now.
my
You
friend.
got some
Thank
serious Johnny Depp vibes going there, you handsome devil.
Thank you.
I think
But,
it's the
thank you very
Tony
much.
Stark glasses with the
It is.
trim
Yeah.
face there.
The thin mustache and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I dig it.
So
Don't say that because the girlfriend's gonna make me shave now.
Why?
Because she's gonna be
why?
like, oh, bitch is gonna be looking at you. No.
Yo, I've been looking.
She's
at
gonna
you
get mad at me
for
'cause you said I
years
was
now. Who
handsome.
cares?
Melody,
You are
we've been
handsome.
looking at him before, so you know, but yeah.
See, I know, bro.
Please don't shit in my bed, babe. Do not shit in my bed.
Brody and I have had this rant on the sidelines just between him and I about this shit because I sent him the first announcement when Rob Zombie's Monsters was getting physical, and he's like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Dude, right?"
No,
Like, let's riot.
That was I would say that's probably part of his deal. That's probably why he allowed it to go straight to Netflix is if he could have.
But I think the
Physical
physical
release day
release
one,
is
too.
gonna have the black and white version as well.
Yes, it is.
I feel all right. So I feel like I need to check it out because if it's that good,
I plan on watching it.
I have every Rob Zombie.
John, it's not a serious fucking film.
It's
No,
not.
I
Don't
know
go
it's not
into it.
supposed to be. I
You
didn't
know what
think
I
it
mean?
was
So,
supposed
dude,
to be like
Take it
and-
for what it is, and you're gonna fucking love it, man. And it's
Yeah.
such a good homage to
Here's the
dude.
other
Rob Zombie is the biggest Munsters fan
thing. Mhm.
on this planet. He was not gonna do this movie wrong, and
No,
he
he
did
didn't.
not.
He
Like,
didn't.
And that's why I say like all the people bitching on it, and
Well-
I've been guilty of it. I've been guilty of it, but they're wearing their nostalgia glasses.
Yeah,
And the problem is
Well,
they're trying to hold it up to like Fred Gwynn and shit like that. It's like, dude, you can't.
well, like
you know,
listen,
and the voice was kind of off, but when he laughed, he
it was
had
perfect.
that
It was
Herman laugh.
perfect. Yes.
He had the laugh, but of course his voice is different. You know what I mean? So it wasn't going to
gonna
be
be.
perfect.
Yeah, because
but I
nobody
feel
can
like-
do that deep voice like Fred
Exactly.
Gwynn did.
And I feel like if he tried to pull that off, it just would have been dumb. So, you know, he has his own semi-deep voice, but the laugh was on point. When he laughed, you closed your eyes. It was the original Herman Munster. Like,
Yes.
How was
it-
Grandpa,
They all
dude?
did
'Cause
great.
Grandpa-
Great.
Grandpa was
great.
Grandpa was
He
fucking great.
great. Mustache and all. He was fucking
Yes.
great.
I love the mustache, dude. I know a lot of
Yes.
people
No,
don't, but I dig it. Like,
No,
Yeah, it was fucking great.
It fits in
Yeah.
perfectly. But the
I
other
mean,
thing,
and they add characters that had never been in before, which
Maybe I'll
is
watch this
cool.
tonight.
And so Lily has a brother.
she had one in the series.
All right. Go.
He
go.
was- did
I'll
she?
watch it tonight.
Yes,
for
she did.
sure.
There was a
I'll
few.
probably
I
watch it
don't
remember
tomorrow.
that.
I'm not gonna have time to
I
watch
don't
it.
remember that.
So, all right, but what I will say on this is, you just said it before. Like nobody's going to be Fred Gwynn. Nobody's going to be Al Lewis.
Yeah.
Now you just mentioned his voice. Like, yeah, that was Fred's natural voice. Nobody's
Yeah.
going to have. Like,
Mhm.
everybody needs to stop saying, "Well, it's not like the series." No. It is like the series, but it's just not the people in the series because, for one, they all passed away. They're They're unfortunately.
remember
but you're never going to get Fred Gwynn. You're never going to get Al Lewis. It's never going to be Yvonne. It is what it is. But these guys did great.
They did
with their
fucking amazing.
characters. And not only
That's
that,
good to
this is the one Munsters movie. Forget the TV ones. After like Munster Go Home and then Munster's Revenge, I consider this probably that next movie. The rest of those other ones I didn't like.
Yeah.
They didn't fit the mold. This fit.
Was Munster's Revenge like the 1993 one or 4?
It was it was 1980 something.
Yeah, it was like 87 or something.
Like because like Fred Gwynn still looked. You could see it in the makeup. He still looked young.
Was
like,
there
not
90s?
Young, but,
Was there a 90s one that wasn't Fred Gwynn?
Yeah.
There was.
It was the guy who
I feel
played.
like I remember that one too.
It was the guy from Lost Boys who played the mother's boyfriend.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's
The mom's boyfriend, the main
okay.
vampire. Yeah.
Okay.
He actually did it twice, I think.
Word.
And no disrespect to him, but like it just But
All
no,
right.
this was
You
good.
guys- you guys sold me on it.
Yeah, you definitely sold me on it too, man. For sure. All right, so check out Rob Zombie's fucking Monsters, dude. That's awesome.
One other thing. I don't know if you guys did y'all see the new Wakanda Forever trailer?
Yes.
Just
Female
dropped
Black
today.
Panther. We can get
Well,
there's
what
rumors.
is it? Another new one, or is it the one from Dragon Ball Super? That one that came out.
No, it's another new one where
Yeah,
they
it's
actually
it's-
show who
Man,
the Black
I
Panther
already
is.
cried.
It just dropped today, dude.
I
Yeah.
teared up hard enough at fucking D
Hard
Super.
not to.
I don't need
So-
to not do it again. Like,
We see that Killmonger is not return. Well, he might return, but he is not Black Panther.
No, and that was confirmed at D23 too.
Yeah.
People.
So we
spoiled
do
that.
have a
It is-
female
it is
Black
Shuri.
Panther.
It's Shuri.
Yeah. And she looks fucking sweet as fuck.
oh
like,
my god, thank you, Brody.
she fucking
Yes.
drops in. Oh, and
Biggest
Wolverine's
news-
back!
Biggest news of
Oh!
ever. Yes.
Shink,
I'm not
shink,
mentioning that.
shink, shink.
Wow, we are terrible nerds.
Yes.
Oh my
Well, that's
God.
because as always seems to be that day that information dropped the day after our fucking show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
So it
right,
kind of got
you're
pushed
right.
to the back. So
Ah,
yeah,
and that
yes.
was such a great video too. Like the way they fucking announced
Yeah.
it was so great. Like I
That
did a
was,
live
and then
reaction.
You know what's really funny
the
is
secondary one was better though.
how
Yeah.
I
Oh.
found out about it was I got on Yahoo or not on Yahoo on my Facebook and saw somebody post about it. Post an article. I'm like, that's probably speculation. And I scrolled down and I saw Scuba Steve talking Deadpool 3, Wolverine is back. I'm like, what the fuck? Is that real?
I'm not gonna lie, like Scoobs definitely like hit that shit before I even because I hit it and I went to Facebook and it wasn't there yet, dude. But I gave it like 5 minutes and all of a sudden it was like
He was
dude, like
on it.
everywhere, and I
So,
was like,
was on it.
And I caught it just by happenstance, right? So I'm scrolling and I decided I'm gonna, look out for videos and start posting, see if I can get the jump on anything. And I saw that Ryan Reynolds had posted a video 3 minutes before I had seen it. So I was like, I'm gonna duet it just to see what the fuck it is. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, Deadpool 3, awesome. So me flipping out in the video, the TikTok that I did was legit. Like I
Nice.
flipped, I was screaming in my office. Like the art teacher next door was like, "Is everything okay?" I'm like, "Wolverine's coming back!"
even you know how good it is like my dad is not. He doesn't give two shits about the Marvel movies, but he liked the Deadpool movies and stuff like that, right?
No.
But I went home to pick up my daughter, and that was the first thing he said. He's like, "You see Wolverine's coming back?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, me and my dad had a fucking like nerd out moment.
Oh,
And I
tell
was
me
like,
you and your dad high fived.
No. But I was like,
yeah.
"Did you see the other one?" He goes, "What the other one?" And I was like, "Shh." And I showed him it, and I was like, "They're gonna play Wham!" And he was just dying laughing. He's like,
That
"This
was
is great." And I
hilarious.
like,
So Brody just said, and this was the one that I saw too. Sam Raimi's going to
Yes.
be directing Blade.
that is legit.
Yes,
Director
and
backed
what
out, so-
what the director backed out, and I think somebody else did as well, because apparently they only had a 90-page script, and they're supposed to start filming next month.
So, not for nothing, and I do love Raimi. I do. I've never, ever in my life would have ever envisioned a Raimi Blade.
But now I want to see that.
But I mean,
Yeah.
you got to think.
But they
that's
better-
his world.
They have
Let's
to
fucking
let
do
him
it.
make it his way.
Yep.
R-rated. Don't change it the way they changed fucking Doctor Strange.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like, and I might get a little blasphemy on this. But I say, don't have Raimi do it, but bring back Del Toro. No,
He's way too busy.
Way too busy, and he would also make it just too
artsy.
Yeah. Nothing
Like, not
against Del Toro.
artsy,
He's
but
a great.
he's a great director. It's just too. I don't know. Like Blade is like Blade.
Like
I
I
don't
could.
think
need him to be.
I wouldn't want him back. We already got a Del Toro Blade with Blade 2. We don't need another one.
And I could see Raimi making.
I
it
loved that one though.
raw.
Not the
I don't know.
CGI.
It was
in
good.
but
Yeah.
not. It was like an anime, dude. It was fucking awesome.
I'm excited.
all right,
I'm excited to see what he will do. I'm excited.
I am, but at the same time, man, just seeing how Disney fucking nerfed him on fucking MOM, just I liked it, but you know what I mean. Like,
let him do it his way. Don't
they're not going well.
Don't handcuff
you know what?
him. Let him make his
maybe
movie.
maybe if they're already obviously Deadpool 3 is going to be rated R, so maybe you're right. Maybe Blade will be rated R just because it's like the other ones were always rated R. Like they've already set a precedence with it.
And now, and they also have it. Disney Plus has it on Deadpool on their thing now, and that's a rated R movie.
Yeah.
While we're on that subject, one of the Disney Plus series actually got upgraded.
Yeah.
to
Okay.
an actual feature
What?
film.
Wait. It was a feature film first, then it got downgraded to a show, and now it got upgraded again. Back.
See,
to
I thought it was always meant to be a series.
It was supposed to be a movie first.
So
When they
Armor Wars
first
is going to be a
announced it,
series.
Yes.
Or is going to be a movie instead of a series now.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you were gonna. Never mind. You got way different. I thought you were gonna talk about the Werewolf by Night, which is also dropping this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh, I can't wait for that.
It's gonna
This
be
is a busy
weekend,
weekend, dude.
Yes, it
That
is.
is
Really good reviews too.
Terrifier, that, and Hellraiser, dude. That's a fucking trifecta.
I'm not
there
gonna.
of
I
horror
am
movies.
really looking forward to Hellraiser. Friday can't get here soon.
See,
enough.
I
I'm
am too,
excited.
but I really want to get out and see Terrifier, dude. Like, oh,
Yeah, Thursday, baby, I'm going.
I just hope it's more fucked up than the first one.
Well, it's 3 hours. It's almost 3 hours.
what?
It's cutting
Ooh.
it close.
I don't need.
It's like a
that
2.5
at 3
hour
hours.
movie. So
I don't need-
I'm
yeah.
curious.
That's too long, dude.
Come on, we watch 3.5 hour Marvel movies all the time.
Well, the guys are going to be here at my Halloween store. I don't know if it's next week or the following week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you should
What's
definitely
his
try to
name?
get out. and see it. Yeah,
Damien, whatever.
I can't think of his name right now, but yeah, I know who you're talking about. But wow, almost 3 hours? That seems really long for a fucking slasher, dude.
Yeah, that's very long for a
Slasher should come in like 88 minutes.
That sounds like if it's going to be 3 hours, they should have cut that down into Terrifier 2 and 3.
Yeah. Unless they're going crazy with it, dude. Like, so they're gonna go more like explain like tie in All Hallows Eve with the
Well,
first
I
Terrifier.
think, remember,
but
he's
I
also,
don't know.
I think they've got to make him supernatural now because he's dead.
Yeah.
Well,
they
I
have
mean,
to-
he
they
always
have to
was
explain that.
supernatural.
Yeah.
Because even in
No,
All
no.
Hallows Eve,
And All Hallows
in All Hallows Eve, he
definitely
was supernatural.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking like Terrifier and Terrifier 2. So now, like,
Yeah, but even in the first one, he got shot and he came back to life. Like he was definitely supernatural. He didn't.
I just don't
play
want
off
some
that,
stupid fucking explanation on why he's supernatural. I don't need to know. Keep me in
Right.
suspense.
I just like the fact, dude. I wanted to go back. Like I said, I hope they bring back All Hallows Eve a little bit, where he can like jump out of like VHS tapes and shit, dude.
And then
Like,
from the
every fucking
trailer, this thought popped in my head, and I was like, it better not fucking be like that, where it's all in her head and she's the one doing the killing.
No, that's shrooms.
I don't think so.
That, they
I'm
did
just
that
saying-
with shrooms. I don't.
I'm
need
just
that again.
saying that's I don't want that, but that's when I first saw the first trailer, that's the first thought that popped in my head.
So I've avoided all trailers for it.
Yeah, I
I
actually
don't-
haven't.
I
I
don't-
didn't watch any.
That's
haven't
one thing
either.
I just don't want spoiled. I want to go in completely fresh, like I did.
Right,
with
because that's
Terrifier.
how I did with the first one, dude. Because
Yeah.
I was just like, everybody's like, you need to see this movie. And I'm like, okay, I'll watch this movie. Holy fuck, that was an insane movie.
You better saw another bitch in half, is all I'm saying.
Oh my god, dude! Right from the cunt. Fuck, dude.
Okay, so not only
Slowly.
do we get Terrifier 2, Werewolf by Night, and
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser this week,
Ooh, Hellraiser.
next weekend we get Halloween Ends.
which I will
see,
also be seeing opening night.
I'm going to see that the Thursday.
As much as I hated Halloween Kills,
Oh,
I
obviously
have to. I
Friday.
have to watch this. I have to.
I
And that's the
Same.
thing.
Same.
I talked so much shit about Halloween Kills. I'm still gonna go watch Ends because I want to see how the
Same.
fuck it ends.
Yeah, but honestly, I think this is going to be. I think this is going to be really good. Honestly,
Evil dies.
I really hope so.
I'm betting money. Jamie Lee dies and Michael doesn't. Here we go.
honestly,
I think they both will.
No, you know something.
What
Honestly,
if they die in a hug embrace?
I would
A hug
be.
embrace of
I
nice
would.
stabbing
I
from
would
the
be
back.
okay. Like if he does die, like I'm like okay, but if he's gonna die, it better be good. It's got to be fucking good.
But how
they're
do
not
you
gonna-
kill him? What's a good way? In your opinion, what's a good way to kill him?
Throw him off a cliff,
No,
a really high cliff.
no,
Honestly-
'cause he can
honestly-
still survive.
Honestly, mutilated. He's got to be mutilated. If you're gonna kill him,
Terrifier
Like-
saw.
like
starting
you
from the
gotta
nuts, hanging
fucking,
upside
like-
down.
like you gotta like mutilate him if he is gonna die.
The mutilator, hang him on a fish hook. All right.
So like you know, I think this is gonna be good. I really do.
How would you? Yeah, that would be. How would you?
But then
that's
again,
pretty
everybody wants to know more about Michael. I always say that's one character that should never be known about, but
Yep,
he is.
you lose his power when you explain him too much.
Which is, I've said it 1,000 times. That's where I like Rob Zombie's remake, but you gave me a reason why, as he's not really evil. He's just a product of society in that movie. Let's be
Yeah.
real.
yeah,
I
which
really
honestly
like
is
that,
pretty
though.
fucking evil and scary in its own right.
Yes, but evil doesn't need a reason. Evil's there if it wants to be there.
That's what made
That's-
it so scary, is because he just sprung from this suburban middle class family spontaneously.
That was
It wasn't-
good.
Yeah,
that
that was
was-
that was the right way to do it, not white trash. You know,
I disagree, man. I like the white trash way.
I do
because
too. I
Honestly,
like the white trash.
No. For a remake, I'm saying, listen, that's great. But also, it doesn't make me scared of him. It makes me like, okay,
I'm sorry, man, but OG Myers is not scary to me. Somebody who I could stand over does not illume fear. However,
yeah, but that's to me, that's
fucking
terrifying.
Zombie Myers who stands over the fucking door frame and looks down through that window at me. I'm like, okay, that's a little bit of puckering action right
but
there.
that's not realistic.
That really is.
How is it not?
How
you
many
made him
guys do
you
know
made him a
that's done?
monster.
Yeah.
Hey, have you met this man right next to me, Bobby and
Actually,
Monet?
no, I have
Literal
not. I have not
life-
met him physically.
Yeah,
Like,
okay,
a
okay.
pocket-sized monster.
How tall's Nick Castle? Bobby, how
Maybe
tall's Nick Castle?
6 foot, maybe
No.
5'11".
Okay, so Nick
Yeah,
Castle's as tall as me. How tall are you, Bobby?
Bob's 6'4".
6'5".
6'5".
Okay. Who's more menacing? A
Me.
guy that's
Bob.
6 foot or a guy that's fucking 6'4", 6'5"?
Bob makes me feel small. That's all
Okay,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
John
say.
made
no.
me feel tiny.
Yeah.
No,
So
I
there you go.
understand that, but here's the thing I'm getting at. If I wanted a 7-foot giant to play Michael Myers, I might as well just obliterate the entire universe because he could kill anybody. It doesn't matter. The fact
But
that
that's
a man,
the point. He
he's
was
a
a
juggernaut.
no.
stopping machine.
See, I love the fact that
Unstoppable
it's a
killing machine.
somewhat normal sized man, anywhere from 6 foot to, let's say, my height. You're still in that you can blend in. You know,
Yeah, that's
you're not
more of a-
towering
that's
over
more of
everybody.
a-
It's like, oh, we do.
That's
know
more of a
something's
Jason
wrong
Voorhees
here.
thing. That's
That's
Michael-
yeah.
Yeah, but see, that's to me is scarier because that is an unstoppable fucking object. Literally, that's a mountain. Like,
But that's not the Michael Myers we grew up with. That's why it didn't work for me. It was too different.
see, the problem is
And I
didn't-
loved seeing him as a kid beating the fuck out of that one dude in the
Yeah,
woods.
dude, that was
I
very
love that
satisfying.
fucking part. Like,
That was fucked. dude.
yeah.
And I personally like this is Joe. I'm Joe Grizzly, bitch. I don't know why I love
did
that
like
fucking
that very
scene, dude,
much.
but I've been in here. I'm gonna be in here for a minute. I've been eating what the fuck is it? Gas station?
Taco
got
Deluxe
it.
Supreme.
I got
There
a
you go.
text, Lex Supreme talking back at me.
Oh man, I don't know.
I mean, at least in the remake, we did get to see Daniel Harris's tits. So
Yes.
Mm,
Part 2 was trash.
yeah.
it was.
We can all
I
agree
avoided
part
it.
2 was
Well,
trash.
I avoided it like the
I
plague.
enjoy the director's cut better than the theatrical cut.
I enjoy
I
the
don't think I ever saw
theatrical
the
cut.
director's.
I
What's that?
enjoy the theatrical cut because he doesn't talk.
Well,
I never saw the director's cut.
he didn't talk. He fucking grunted, and oh my god! If a
No, he
motherfucker
said to him,
grunts-
"Die." He said, "Die." He said, "Die." It's directly saying "die."
Wait, to
that's
Loomis
talk.
when he killed Loomis?
He's like, die.
You know what, dude? If that's the one person he talks to when he kills, fine. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. It's not going to hurt me because you know what? It makes sense to me because he's the one motherfucker that's been so persistent with him his entire life, so that he actually breaks his own like aggressional rage and breaks his own character to kill that man. I don't know.
So for me,
I kind of like it.
what it is, I love that there's a reason behind what he's doing, why he's doing it. We get that reason. We still don't know why the fuck he's doing it in this timeline. Like from H1 to H2, okay, they're brother and sister. Okay. But now he's not. So why the fuck is he doing it? Why? What the fuck? What?
Yeah, I don't understand why if they're not related, why is he hunting down Jamie Lee
Evil
Curtis
dies
after-
tonight, man.
Evil
everything
dies
but
tonight, for real.
Everything but evil dies tonight.
I feel like is he hunting down because unlike Leatherface in 22, who did not give a shit about his victims that got away, Michael does. Like Michael's like, he's just like that sweaty dude in the Call of Duty lobby that's like, I'm gonna fuck your mom, and he's really trying to do it. Like,
I don't know.
I like this trilogy, and I stand behind it.
I
I
still hate the scene. I hate
like
the
parts of it.
scene in Kills where it's the massacre because that's totally not his character. To
and the
massacre
hospital
like that.
and the hospital scene was fucking atrocious too.
Yes, annoying as fuck.
See, I'm a Chad Daddy. There's even like the 18. There's parts I like. There's parts I dislike. I think Danny McBride put a little bit too much humor into it, and I feel like that ruined it for me there. Not saying horror can't have humor, but we're going on a really long Halloween side rant.
Yeah.
But hey, man, I'm still going to watch it regardless because you know what? I've already fucking too deep in to not watch the third one. And they need to know. That's the sad part. The studio knows it. They're like, these fucking assholes are still going to watch it no matter how much they bitch about it.
Dude,
And here we fucking go.
even if they came out next year, you know what? We're going to make another one. We're still going to go fucking watch it.
Of course.
Sad.
Halloween really ends.
What I mean, Brody wants him like almost killed fucking gangster style, dude, like concreted and thrown into a river. I'm fine with that. I don't know. I mean, like, I feel the only way you could really, if you're gonna go gore-tastic, like, what if you what if you fucking draw and quarter him, dude? Like,
Dude,
four
like the
four cars at a
the
four-way.
fucking intro to Jason Goes to Hell. You fucking hit him with a mortar shell.
Or that.
Yeah, there you go.
This is true.
They call in the National Guard in the third. Oh my!
I have a feeling that if anything, if they don't kill him, he's going to end up in a fucking prison cell in the basement of a prison somewhere, like a fucking.
Like, we don't go down there. We just leave it be.
It's either that, dude, or they're gonna kill him, and then maybe they'll go the fucking zombie route, and they'll make Laurie's granddaughter go psycho, and then maybe she'll start.
That's kind of what I'm expecting too.
It's possible. See that,
but then don't call it Halloween. Call it something else. Because then watch, it'll fail it'll fail like 3 did when it came out. I mean,
stick C4 up his ass.
That'll be the end.
I just, even if they make another Halloween movie after this, do the original anthology idea.
Season 3,
but remake part
Season
3.
of the Witch. Yep.
Yeah, remake Season of the Witch. But then if you do another one, make it something else. You do another one, and just give us different stories. And then maybe down the way, revisit Michael Myers.
You know what? That's never going to be able to happen, though. And you know why? Because that name is too synonymous with that. And that's exactly why they did it in the first time. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It won't happen. Like, honest to God, like, and that's the problem. Because you see this hat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't think Season of the Witch. You instantly, you're like, oh, first Halloween, Michael Myers. Like,
their biggest failing in Halloween 3 was they didn't acknowledge the first two Halloween movies.
And it should have
different
been.
universe. There's no reason this can't be in the same universe. They could just say,
they have the masks.
Yeah. Just say, hey, did you hear about that crazy shit that happened out in Illinois? You know, something like that.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that's all you do. That's all you need. So there's a lot of spooky movies coming out. So get your horror nerd stuff on for sure.
Like they say for Christmas, tis the season.
Tis the motherfucking season.
Yes, it is.
Do not watch Hocus Pocus 2.
Tis not the season for that.
No. All right, gentlemen,
It's
I think
two-
we
it's
kind of
2
signed this
hours.
book out. So,
Yeah, I got to go get an adult
Yeah.
Happy Meal.
did you? Oh, I want
My
to.
wife just found out that was a real thing. Like,
Oh,
3
yeah. I'm
hours
going.
ago.
I'm going right now.
So, how fucked up is this, dude? And you maybe you guys you won't believe me at all, not. But I was having a very high conversation with some buddies, but we were gaming about 3 to 4 weeks ago, and I was literally talking about this. I was like, they need to bring out a Happy Meals for adults, but they would just be called like the really Happy Meals because they would be technically like the serotonin meals. Because I'm like, it just gives them more nuggets, some more fries, and still a cool toy. Like,
But like the toys they have with them, why do they all have 4 eyes?
I don't. It's some art style with whatever
Yeah.
the fuck. I don't fucking know.
Cactus something or other.
No.
I
It's
don't
like
fucking know.
I would be all down for like a little Grimace toy if he didn't have 4 fucking eyes.
I'd
I'd rather he had 4 arms like he had the original Grimace did.
I hope it still happens, but I saw the dick tease that they were going to bring back the fucking old
The buckets.
treat pails, dude. And I was like,
That's-
bro, just give me that.
That's
Give
supposed to
me
be like
that.
a week before Halloween.
Give me
That comes
that.
back.
And it better have the fucking cookie cutter. That's all I'm going to say.
That still hasn't even been confirmed yet.
I know. I think it's a hoax. I think it's
Probably.
just people hoping.
Probably.
But,
Look,
but
they got McDonald's to bring back the fucking Szechuan sauce for Rick and Morty. I think if enough people wanted it, McDonald's will fucking do it.
Hey, look, hey, Mountain Dew is bringing back Pitch Black next year, so anything's possible.
Yeah.
they should just do Pitch Black 3. Because they already
That's basically what
did
it
2.
is.
They already did 2, which was more sour.
I think that's kind of what it is, and yeah, that was more like a sour grape than just
It was
grape.
gross. But all right, gentlemen, let's fucking get this shit going. So, Chad Daddy, if you want to start us off on a roll call.
You got it. This is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy saying, join us next week for House of 1,000 Corpses, bitches.
This is your host with the ghost, Lord Scubacabra, saying, guess what, bitches? I'm doing an episode of Somewhat Supernatural this Friday. Tune in.
Nice.
Mwah.
Yeah.
This is your Killing Machine, Bobby and Moan, saying, we'll see you next week. Run, rabbit, run. Run, rabbit.
Nice.
And I'm also going to say, for Bobby's sake, look out for a new episode of the Machine Shop dropping soon.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes. I forgot I did
Bobby,
it.
how could you not promote yourself?
It's all right.
God,
That's
I
what
did
I'm
it.
here for, buddy. That's
Damn.
right. And I
Yes,
am the
I have to send the description to boss, and it'll get out this week, I should say.
Who's
By
your
the way,
interview, bud?
Nobody. I
Oh,
did
did
an
your haunt
episode
review?
on me. No. The haunt reviews start this week.
No.
by the way-
This was an episode about me, and then I said what I'm going to do for the rest of them.
Big Johnny D, is there going to be a bonus fatality anytime soon once that Mortal Kombat movie drops?
Yeah, dude. Once it drops, I am totally down to do that shit.
Nice.
Absolutely. And if Ed Boon actually drops a new Mortal Kombat, he's supposed to be. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Ed Boon is nefarious troll. So
Yes, he is. But if you guys, you and Mr. Brody Kane, if you want, I'll be happy to join you for another fatality.
fuck yeah, dude.
Ooh.
I'm still on. Listen, dude. I'm still not opposed to doing Conquest as the series, as like maybe a season 2 for fatality.
It's a
As
possibility.
an episodic thing, but that's more up to Brody if he wants to. And obviously, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But all right. And last but not least, I am the Fluff Master Supreme saying thank you for joining us, Gorhones. And remember, stay fresh, cheese bags.
Suck my dick.
Penis.
Oh my goodness.